especially with the message that you deliver. I thought it was important for us to come to Buffalo, do this in my hometown, and we could speak to these kids a little bit, because the kids the shooters that they ended up grabbing a few days later were 14 and 16 years old. And now they're going to be in criminal court. And you actually went through this. We spoke about this in a podcast prior.
Yeah,
that you actually have
yeah.
your name written on a law that,
Yeah.
that there is for what's transpired prior.
Yeah, that's a, they call it JLWOP, juvenile life without parole. So up until 2016, America, Sudan, and North Korea were the only three countries on this entire earth that would sentence a child or a kid to life without parole for something that they do as a child. I advocate for victims, but also I'm also a juvenile advocate as well, because I understand brain development. I understand culture. I understand environment, and I understand nurture. A lot of our young people are coming from our inner cities, coming from the hood, homie. Homie, they don't know love. This generation of children, they when they come home from the hospital, they don't have nobody holding them close. My baby, I love you. Daddy, love you. You know, A, B. They don't have nobody doing that, homie. They got a motherfucker sitting them down out of frustration. And from the time that this baby probably could start functioning with its motor skills, it's holding its own bottle. Motherfucker put put the pillow up under there, and motherfucker baby holding his own bottle. Milk running down. So when they burping the baby, they got the baby on the knee. He might be on the phone talking. Yeah, bitch, I'm trying to and burping the baby. You know what I'm saying? Rather than the real nurture. So I work with children for so long, coming out of our communities. I just naturally seen young, angry black boys. I took some kids out of Stop Six projects. I took some kids that grew up kind of in the Poly area of Fort Worth, Texas, which was a Latin King predominantly area. So I took the kids out the Blood neighborhood. I took the kids out the Latin King neighborhood, and I took them to the WWE, and there was an organization called 601 Tickets that used to donate tickets to my youth organization, and so I took the kids, told me to the WWE, and we had some good seats, and I remember one of the kids just all of a sudden just screaming out because there was some more kids down by the wrestling match, they got to be more close to the center of the ring. And the little nigga hollered out, "Man, I hate y'all." And man, I looked at that little like, "Man, what's wrong with you?" He said, man, they get to be down there close. And I'm like, we got some good seats too.
Yeah.
So I understand, man. It don't give a kid a justification to commit these crimes. But hurt people hurt people. No child is born bad. All behavior is learned, whether that's either directly watching or indirectly observing because of the culture. All behavior is taught. So, a 14-year-old, a 13-year-old, they didn't try to kill the 3-year-old, but they got to pay for it. So you hold them accountable. You hold them accountable, homie, and you put them in an environment that allows them to develop empathy. Because if you don't value yourself, if you don't take a bath every night, you don't brush your teeth, you don't make your bed, those are self-values, that's directed towards self. So yeah, homie, so if you can't value yourself, starting with values in your home, when you come outside your house, nigga, you don't care who you hurt, because you hurting. And one of the examples that I like to use is, if I got a bad toothache, I don't give a damn if you got a headache. Fuck your headache and my toothache. Yeah. So, it's sad that a 3-year-old kid lost his life. I'm with locking their ass up. but also while you locking them up, you have to go beyond rehabilitating someone, especially when you commit these type of crimes as children. Children have to be resocialized, and being resocialized is learning how to say, may I, please, thank you, excuse me, yes ma'am, no ma'am, good morning, how you doing, you're welcome. So that's, homie, so it's a lot of our children don't even know those basic fundamentals of manners.
And I remember in a podcast that we did, and it might have been the first, where I asked you a question and I said, what is there saving them? And you said there's no saving them. And I want to know, because I know that that's your sentiments, right?
Because you can't go back. I don't want to talk book talk, right? But so intro to psychology. Sociology, all these type of different classes. So there's stages in your life. There's developmental stages. There's just, even when you're in your mother's womb, there's stages that you have to go through. And in these stages, if you don't get what you need, then you're somewhat deficient as a human. So, for instance, homie, your mother first 3 months of her trimester, if she's still getting high and drinking, you behind the 8 ball. And most hoes who ain't going to the doctor, they don't know they pregnant to 3-4 months in, 2 months in, but they been drinking, partying, fighting the first 2-3 months of your developmental stages of you coming into your existence, right? So you already behind the 8 ball. So not only your mama ain't eating right, so you ain't getting the proper nutrients. So here it is, you 9 months into a fucked up developmental stage. Then when you get here, there ain't no love. So not only didn't you get the proper nutrients, you didn't get the proper natal, you don't get the right love. So your nurture fucked up. So you have to rely on nature. So okay, you relying on nature, you in survival mode for the most part because of your impoverished conditions. How the fuck you go exist and excel? How? So you already fucked up. So here come me and you working with children. How we go undo his first 5 years of his life, which is the foundation of who he is, his temperament, his attitude, his anger. How you go undo that? So all I can do is after school give you 2 hours of some love, some discipline, and some guidance. But when you go back home, you hungry. Come on, I can't change them conditions. I can't give you the love that your mother should give you. I can't give you the love that I can't undo that. Yeah. So how we gonna change something when we can't change the condition that they wake up and go to sleep in?
Is there anything that you think we can do to possibly make it a little bit? Because I'm thinking this way, right? We're here. Yeah. I'm in the city, and I told you one thing I want to do. Actually, you brought it up. Is this is an untapped market. We need to bring more light to a city like this. Shout out to Eric for making this all happen for us to be here. Shout out to Tony. And so what I'm thinking is, how do we speak to them? What can we say?
Homie, so this what I'm telling them. Say, go tell your mama I can get her a job. I know a broad that work over here. So if I can't help this kid help his mama, the kid coming to with me. So I got to be able to have some resources and some alternatives, as well as some solutions to equip the kid to go say, mama, I'm in this program, and they say they can get your driving license back. What you mean? Mama, I'm in this program, they say they can get you an expungement, they can get your record cleared. What you mean? They were saying something about a non-disclosure, where you can just get it off this part, but so homie, so just that kind of shit. So how you get to the parents, you fuck with their kids. So, but if you can't do that, you just pacifying some shit. You just putting some Band-Aid, because you got to be able to change the conditions. You talk to the kid for the moment. It feel good for the moment, but that kid got to go back to some conditions, homie. Not only do it got to go back to some conditions, it goes back into an environment, some situations and circumstances that put out whatever fire you done lit.
So I feel like this, right? I said it to you before, and I'm sure it's like this in a lot of the inner cities. And if you've lived in the inner city, I took you where I was originally from, and you seen what the
I was
conditions
looking
are
for
like.
them hoes, but that's here nor there. Yeah, I was looking for the prostitutes. Yes, to look for.
So when I'm there, what I'm thinking is, I made a statement when I was talking to Nova, and when I was speaking to you, I said, I'm grateful to be from Buffalo, but I'm not proud to be from Buffalo. And I mean this because being proud, you could be proud in something one day and not be proud in something the next.
I say I ain't proud to be black. So I understand where you're coming from. It's certain things. How I'm gonna be proud of something and you don't see no progression.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying with the city. I'm proud. Like I'm proud when it's something to be proud of. But right now, I don't feel like this city has the right leadership to really lead it into a better direction. So when I come and I look at everybody that's out here, I'm like, I wish better for you. I wish you weren't here at this time. I wish you could see a little bit more.
Well,
it was a little bit more peaceful out there.
Everybody can't leave and go like you. But the one that leaves and go have to come back. Because charity starts in the home. Charity starts in the home. So my mother taught me that. I would travel around the country and I'm great everywhere else. I'm doing all this great work everywhere else. But why wouldn't you come back home? This is your garden. This is your harvest. And yeah, they don't like you. Yeah, they go hate on you. Yeah, they go put obstacles and barriers. But you the great one. So what they do, what they say, don't stop what you do because you're supposed to be the great one.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I went and put my flag back home, and I became the change that I wanted to see.
And now we see you moving around. I know you got the residency in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's every single day. And I see it now, right? I've been watching you a lot for over the course of the last year or two, and I know when something's hot, and I know when Unc is on it, it's going viral. Like if you didn't hear about the story when he speaks about the story, it's going viral. The Big Indian's about to go viral, right?
Yeah,
Ramon's about to go viral. You know what I mean? Buffalo, New York's about to go viral, and we're about to go viral again too, because we got a lot we got to talk about. We got a lot we got to talk because there's a lot going on, and I'm gonna start it off.
Most podcasts can't come to an Indian reservation and do just like being in a different world that people don't even have no concept of. Yeah. So now this gonna be something different, and we can come out here and fight whoever we want to fight, and ain't gotta ask. What's up, Aiden? Come on out to the Indian reservation. You can tell the boxing commission kiss your little white ass. Yeah.
And then. So there's been, just recently we saw what went on with Rick Ross in Canada.
Ain't nothing went on. Bunch of Canadian. It's a difference between bacon and Canadian bacon. That was Canadian bacon. It's a difference. Yeah.
and then we got the shirt here. I don't know if people seen this shirt.
They see this motherfucker, that baby mama. I hate a bit of. Yeah, I hate a funky.
So it seemed like when you started this off, you were just laid back.
Yeah, I went and picked on that. I went and started a fight with that because I got tired of sitting. I hate for a to talk. And you ain't no woman. Now a bitch ain't supposed to talk loud, and a woman talk loud with silence in a mild voice. Them hoes in the hoe. See one thing about a hoe really admire men. She don't bash men. That's a bitch. Women don't bash men. Ladies don't bash men. Only do. Hoes use and misuse men. Just don't know what to do with a man. Because nobody really likes a bitch. Not even mother bitches. So Rick Ross' baby mama is a disgruntled, angry, resentful, hateful-hearted bitch. Because she got another baby daddy. So why does she just focus on this one baby daddy? And this one baby daddy was kind of good to her. And he was good to her family. You don't never hear her come out and say, he beat me. He did this to me. He did it me. He molested me. So you don't never hear her say none of this. It's all about his physical appearance, the physical appearance of his sister, his mother. And you got all these black women cheering this shit. But they so hated Kevin Samuels. They so hate. So this is their Kevin Samuels. And she don't have no substance. At least Kevin Samuels has some substance. And so many black women cheered. And y'all might want to mute this. Yeah, y'all might want to mute this for monetization purpose. But this why I believe some black hoes need their ass whooped and they took. Yeah, I believe some black bitches need their motherfucker kicked and they took. Like Granddad, like Mr. You them used to do on The Color Purple. You remember when Celia's sister was trying to go to school and Mr. come up on that horse, come on trying to with her because he wanted some. And when she didn't, Mr. tried to take the right. And when she didn't, what Mr. do? Put her mother ass out. Get out of here. And Celia never saw her sister again. And what Mr. do? Keep all the goddamn letters. You'll never see your sister again because you didn't want to give me no. That's the kind of man I'm talking about the whole need. A Mr. kind of. And what Celia say Mr. do? Mr. just get on top of me and do his do. He push you all in the head when he get through come and walk up out the bedroom. Yeah, bitch. He don't cuddle with her. He don't no foreplay, no nothing. These black women today need them kind of generation of men. Mean in a mother that'll kick a bitch ass.
And you think that'll straighten out? You
goddamn right. And listen, and she need the police force. When the police force show up, and I talk to the police. This is what used to happen back in the 70s and 80s. The woman called the police and say, my husband beat me. The man go out and close the door and leave the bitch in the house. He go out and tell the police, listen, I came home and she was in there. The bitch ain't made no supper. She ain't cleaned nothing. And he tell the police to be in a regular. And the police say, oh, man, I understand. My wife's the same kind of bitch. Ma'am, listen, we can't get in y'all business. And they go on about their business. They need that kind of back shit again to hit the reset button.
Yeah, we ain't never getting back there. Though.
Man, I swear, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So? You goddamn right.
How do we get there?
Let President Trump become king. Let President Trump become president again and let him become a dictator, a king again. And he'll make it to where hoes, after what Stormy Daniels did to him, he'll make it where these bitches will have a hard time trying to do that shit again. So vote for Trump, fellas.
So how you feel about Trump getting immunity?
I love it. Yeah, I think the president should be able to have immunity for anything, even taking. Yeah, I think the president should be able to take and everything. He the president.
So not leaving the situation that we're talking about with Tia. We'll leave her. But seeing the situation that happened with Rick Ross with him coming face to face.
We're gonna come back to Tia though.
Okay, we can definitely hit Tia.
Because homie, that's the problem in the black community, homie, the black man versus the black woman. So imagine if so many black women are cheering for her, and this is a woman who is publicly humiliating her son's father. Imagine what the children are doing to her son. The things that they hearing. So to see a house divided, homie. So yeah, we laughing, but the son have to deal with the public shame.
And it seems like she was also attacking his other children. I know she was specifically attacking another baby mother of his.
Man, listen.
Because she said you had the wrong son. And proceeded to bash him.
No, I had the right one.
She said you had a wrong son in one of the posts, and she proceeded to bash that son.
But all the kids look like Rick Ross. Yeah. So she got a big fat son with big titties. He got titties like Ross. He got big round nipples like her. So he got his daddy's nipples in his mama's titties. So, he got big thighs, big wide hips. And he's slow. He can't tackle. So he don't start on the football team. And he going to Bethune College. Bethune College is like a special ed HBCU. There ain't no motherfucking college you jump up and say, that boy going to the NFL. Nowhere in the history of Bethune College have anybody made it to the NFL. Nowhere in Bethune ain't never went nowhere from Bethune. Man, please, that bitch just talking. And that hoe just mad that. So, man, we got to talk about that in depth. And we'll get back to that. Now, what was you saying about him?
So it all ties in, right? Rose, right? Rick Ross is out in the crowd in Vancouver where that happened. Now, you've had a lot of run-ins with people. Yeah. And if you were to give him advice on, like, what did you think about him standing face-to-face with these people?
Motherfucker be laughing at that mace. Motherfucker be saying, who don't number women pack mace. You a lying motherfucker if you think don't nobody but you got the police got mace, the prison guard got mace, the motherfucking soldier in the military got mace. So this what mace does. Mace diffuse some shit. It levels the playing field. So you got a crowd of motherfuckers. You standing right there, don't nobody know you got mace in your pocket. It's look like it's getting a little rowdy. Motherfuckers talking too loud. You getting fear coming from your ankles up to your waist. By the time that fear get to your waistline, you done pull the mace out your pocket. By the time that fear get in your heart, you done mace the crowd. At least I will. Yeah, once I go to feeling a little inkling of fear, I'm gonna go to Mason, man, shooting some shit. So now, had he had that mace, he could have, man, defused the situation and all of that.
Yeah, at least the security should have had it.
Man, whoever needs somebody to have that mace and then have something sharp. So when motherfuckers can't see, you go to poking.
And now there's people saying that could escalate and turn it into, where Drake comes to Miami.
I'm hoping when Drake come to Miami, they got one of them Haitian motherfuckers that don't have a visa or identity or a driving license and crash out. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm hoping they got a Haitian motherfucker don't care nothing about nothing. And when Drake and his entourage come, I'm hoping that motherfucker Haitian crash out like the 7 motherfuckers from the Taliban did on 9/11. I'm talking about some suicide. I can't say that. Let me stop. Yeah. I want my to get it money today.
They're taking it away. They're taking it away.
Yeah, but just mute this out and make them pay for it. But I hope they got a Haitian that's willing to die to get them up. Because this what got me mad, homie. It was no that was with Rick Ross. It was all white boys.
Nah, it wasn't just white boys.
I ain't see no. I went and looked specifically.
Nah, there's the one that
I didn't see one nigga throw a punch at it. It was all white boys. So in my mind, this was a racist event, and they done made this into Canadian against Canadian white boys. I mean, American niggas against Canadian white boys. So I'm saying when a nigga come from Miami, they need to be checking every white boy to see is he from Canada. If not, punch his girlfriend. Hit his and see how tough he is. Bitch, now start punishing the Canadian girlfriend. Because this a nigga they done jumped on. From a real this a real and they done got into a rap beef. Nah. We got to make this a race war. In my mind. But that's why I don't get into this type of shit, because I'm going to take it overboard. Yeah, I'm going to make it by race.
You're about to make this like Tupac and Biggie, and people are going to start killing each other.
I don't want anybody to kill each other. I want to die for what they done. They done this to Rick Ross and knocked the out. Man, somebody mama. Man, they supposed to jump on Drake mama behind it. Yeah, Drake mama's supposed to be getting jumped on behind it.
I'm okay with Drake. I like Drake.
Man, nigga supposed to whoop anything.
I don't want anybody to hurt anybody.
Rick Ross got hurt, so why can't nobody get hurt? They done hurt the nigga done got hurt, so why can't nobody else be hurt?
I feel you.
I'm right. I don't want to see any more rap beef. I'm praying in the name of Jesus and Allah that it's an ignorant Haitian ride with Rick Ross that gets somebody from Drake camp. Never another Tupac and Biggie. Dying anyway.
So not only are you sitting here, right? That's why I say it all.
I'm just playing, y'all. Yeah. I'm just playing character. Let me stop that shit. I got a show that's funded by good white Mormon folks, and I'm just playing, y'all. This is all for comedy. I swear to God. No, I just look serious.
Take a sip to that.
Yeah. I just look serious. No, I'm just bullshit.
Listen. So where this all ties in is that all happens, right? And you talk about the bitch and the hoe. And Tia seems to just go online and use that as another opportunity to bash him. Again, now that's putting the children are involved.
Well, now, homie, just think about this, my nigga. I don't give a damn how low down and dirty you are as a mother or a father. Secretly, in your children's hearts, you still a hero. Even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. You heard Pop? Yeah. So I don't care how wrong you are as a parent. Secretly in your children's heart, there's a hope that you could be something better than what you are. So your mother is your God. Your father is a superhero. So here it is, your God bashing your superhero. So when you look in the mirror, I wouldn't be surprised if this boy is a big punk, because he's confused. Here his mother is displaying the attributes of a masculine male. And she's being cleared champion for this, to bash her daddy. So when he look at his mother and his father, he's watching other black people cheer to divide him. So secretly, when he's on the toilet, when he's in the bed by himself, when he got to process this. Half of his chromosomes is his mother. The other half is his father. So when he look in the mirror, because he's a big boy, and he hear his mother saying, big back mother, when he get out the shower, he got to wash his back and dry his back off. You don't think he look at his back and say, I wonder, is my back big like my daddy, like my mama say? So you don't think when he hear the things that this is saying about his daddy, he don't internalize that? Because even through a divorce, it's been proven when children go to counseling, they internalize the divorce. They blame themselves. When children get molested, they blame themselves. When they get abused, they blame themselves. You don't think this kid is internalizing the shit that his mother, the venomous and poisonous things and words that his mother strategically and specifically uses on a day-to-day basis? Not only that, the same auntie that made it possible for him to go to another college outside of Bethune, because his mother cannot provide for him to go to college. When she filed her income tax returns and this young brother applies for his FAFSA application, he's not using his father's tax information. So they're not paying for college out of pocket. So it ain't like this bitch putting him through college. She going to college off $5. The taxpayer's dollar. He ain't got no scholarship. So come on, man. So we as black people let a white police officer shoot a no good rotten nigga like George Floyd. And we'll tear up the country for a nigga like George Floyd. But here it is, a black man who took every good care of his child because he made his last child support payment when most don't even pay child support. Behind on child support. Not only that, this kid will inherit over $1 billion empire. And we cheering for this. Nobody's going to defend this black man, but let a white police officer kill a no good rotten who don't want to go to jail. That's why I didn't give a fuck about George Floyd. That's why I don't give a fuck when the police kill him. Because here it is, we'll cheer for this shit. No, George Floyd should have took his bitch ass to jail before the white boy made him get down on the floor. The white man gave him a chance to go to jail in the car before he swallowed the fentanyl drugs, remember? Before he started crying like a that would have still been alive. He just would have went to jail like most. Man, take me to jail, bitch, that white boy. Go on, take me to jail. Say, baby, come get me. Bitch ass didn't even want to go to jail. But we go tear up the country. We go talk, ride for it. Man, that black. That's why I say Black Lives Matter ain't shit. It's a bunch of bulldigger bitches running some shit that's playing on the racism. And racism don't even exist no more in this country. It's socialism and classism. This socialism and classism. Racism been gone, dumbass.
For the fans, for the new fans, right? When
I done got mad.
When you watch this man bounce, when you see him bouncing up and down, it's a problem. I'm just letting you know. I found that out in the comment section. I
done got mad. Cause homie, this is a black man. Not only that, he's not a criminal black man because he once was a correction officer that they try to shame for. What's wrong with being a correction officer? So you can go into prison and give your niggas a fair shake. What's wrong with being a black PO so you can go give your niggas a fair shake, my? What's wrong with being a black police officer so you can go patrol and not worry about the white boys? Why not? But we go shame him for doing that. Come on, man. We supposed to be honoring a black father like him, dealing with a black like him, and not one time have he came out and said nothing bad about this rag lad. I remember my mother telling me, She say, son, if you love them kids, you'll treat that girl a little better. My mama say, son, if you love them kids, you'll treat that girl a little better. Shit, come on, my nigga.
Facts. I always say it in every podcast we've ever done. You get me in like that moment of silence where I'm more thinking about the moment than I am thinking that we're in a room doing a podcast.
Because we all know
together.
we supposed to treat her a little better, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know we ain't treating her a little better if we love the kids. Because as a man, sometimes we ain't willing to kiss her ass so we can really involve ourselves with the kids.
Yeah.
There's some hoes you got to kiss her ass to be able to go deal with the kids. So why not kiss her ass so you can deal with the kids, so you can figure out another way?
Yeah.
So here it is, homie. You got one hand, she bashing the shit out of this day to day. So I bashed her every day. Guess what they saying? Oh, man, you can't get over. She must really hurt you. Y'all don't think she must really be hurt? Oh, she ignoring you. Well, why can't she ignore him? See, at first, they thought the bitch would go get me. Homie, I'm a brutal motherfucker with my words because I read a lot of books. My vocabulary and my articulation and my vernacular supersedes the average black person. I can argue in the court of law.
Let me break this down real quick. She started hot. And then for the people that don't know you are going to look at it, right? Because this is what really happened. She started hot for the people that don't know you.
Yeah.
For the people that know you, say she's going in. It's only a matter of time before he settles in and it's going to be a wrap.
See, I never would watch her videos. So I remember watching Mayweather do an interview one time, and he said he never watches his opponent's videos. So if I'm beefing with people, I never go watch what they say about me. Because if I go watch what they say about me, I give them access to make me feel some kind of way if I hear something to make me feel something. So what I'm going to go hear that for? So I won't listen. So rather than me going to listen to what you say about me, I'm going to go learn something about you. What you say, I don't want to hear what you're saying about me. I want to know things about you. So I go find out things. I got a friend who's a former law enforcement partner. If I give him your name and your phone number, I can give him either or, and nigga can damn near get a detailed background check on you. And yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. And I can get phone numbers to motherfuckers. So I talk to people from not only Tia Kemp's family. That's why I did a post and said, your mama married such and such. Your mother was on crack. This man rescued you, raised you, your step. So yeah, I went and got some shit on that. Not only that, Rick Ross family members. Everybody have enemies and people who don't like you, just like me. So it's a motherfucker that'll call and say, hey, such and such, yeah. So I just research. So I don't want to hear what a motherfucker saying about me. I want to go find out about you because I know once I find out about you, I'll make your family cry. Yeah, I'll make your family say, leave him alone.
Yeah, he's
man,
mean.
I'll make your family say, man, leave him alone. We'll kill him. Leave me. I'll make him up. He ready to kill me.
I told you how I felt. I felt like I was a kid at the table. Auntie and uncle are fighting at the table. Auntie's going in. Uncle's looking at her like, chill out. I don't want to do this in front of everybody. And she's like, oh, yeah, you ain't going to do shit, you little motherfucker. Yeah. Right? And he's like, okay. And then she gets home and she gets her ass beat.
I come from an era. I come from an era of men where your uncle will jump on auntie in front of the kids, in front of her mama. If her brother and her daddy got in, he'll be willing to kill them. He'll drag her out the house, kick her ass out in the street. Yeah, I've seen that growing up as a kid.
And she pulled out your kids, which, might I add, got some good-looking kids, successful kids. They're doing things like,
my daughter graduated
I don't know what the intentions were, but it didn't really work out.
Well, you know, the black women mad because I got the baby by the mixed kids. See, she pulled up my baby mother's arrest record. My baby mother was a dancer, so she was a dancer. She tried to say she was on cocaine, but this the first generation when pills is being introduced to this generation of young people. So my baby mama got caught with what, 1 or maybe 2 ecstasy pills one time, leaving the club. All these hoes on pills. This that generation of pill popping. She on pills. She on cocaine. That's how she was able to go identify. So that's how I got the kids. That's how I was able to get custody of my children. Because I used my baby mother's lifestyle against her. Yeah, I was the baby daddy go call child support on the bitch to get the kids. Cause I know she go be dropping the kids off over there with the don't tell your daddy shit. So now, nigga, I used the system against my baby mother while she was dancing to get custody of the kids. And then went and got food stamps. I went and got the government assistance. So yeah, you go strip and you go dance and do what you do. When you get back right, me and the kids go be living right. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep them out your life. So that's what I did, homie. When most won't take control of their children's life. Now every school year, I got my name on her. Emergency now most can't. So now, nigga, the principals, the school teachers, and I was joining the PTA. So she the type of black mother that will put that barrier in place where a nigga couldn't do that.
Yeah. And even if they're doing wrong, mothers usually get the right of way.
Not if you a smart daddy. If you a smart daddy, because ultimately the court system is really gonna go for what appears to be in the best interest of the child. So when you so if I call CPS on the, it might make me mad. When I know in Texas CPS tripping over weed, I'm gonna call CPS on the bit. Make the life straighten up. Cause at least for 6 months they gonna have the hoe going to classes. And in the process, I'm getting the kids over her. I know how to work the system for my interests. I'm an American. And most smart, intelligent Americans know how to use the system for their benefit. Whether that's taxes or whatever. You know how you use the system, yeah.
Now, Tia's the right? I'm not saying, Tia, listen, I'm not doing this with you.
You ain't no hoe. You ain't. See, listen, I'm going to say the difference between a bitch and a hoe. When you read the Bible don't talk about no bitch. It gives you a detailed description of a hoe. Her name was Mary Magdalene. And she got to walk with Jesus and his 12 disciples. No other woman is really highlighted in the Bible like that. So how special can a hoe really be? She got to walk with, and she's highlighted in the Bible. A hoe is really an angel.
A hoe is an angel.
Shit, men only hoes and those that know. You know why you think most men run the hoes and prostitutes? Men and they become like psychiatrists and psychologists. It don't always, no, a hoe is an angel because she's the release valve to a man on earth. Your woman becomes a restraint. Your lady, she don't understand. A hoe do though. I promise that's why I never run the hoe. What are you doing with that hoe? Man, that hoe know what to do to a man's soul. And it ain't about sex. She know how to cater. She know how to nurture. A woman selfish, a hoe ain't. Yeah, so they got to read the Bible to know what I'm talking about though. Yeah, this is more other kind of shit.
Yeah, I got somebody in the crowd that's got a daughter.
I got a daughter.
His baby mother's a
man,
bitch,
listen,
so.
my baby mama was pregnant 5 months, and I still used to make her go to the strip club and dance.
Yeah.
I used to make my baby mama. I remember her coming home one time. She cried. She said, "Man, it's so shameful, man, at the club." And I felt so horrible as a man. Yeah, I felt because she was going to go dance and getting the money, and I'm so immature. I'm not understanding. My baby feeling this shit too. Just the shame and just the embarrassment that she expressed to me, because she was starting to show at 5 months. And because I'm too lazy, I got, culture, talking pimping, trying to kick pimping, playing pimping. and I'm doing this to my children's mother. And I got my son in the back seat as I'm picking her up at 2 o'clock in the morning. The shame began to wear on me. So when my daughter was born, I got kicked out the hospital when my son was born. So when my daughter was born, I really got to see what a woman go through to give birth. When the doctor came in and he had that motherfucking needle, that bitch was about that long, that epidural needle, and he told her to lean forward and straighten her back up and don't move. I was sitting there looking and saying, man, what the man, that long motherfucking needle got to go in her back and she can't move. Man, I cringed. And I'm saying, man, this what a woman got to go through to give birth? I had never saw that shit before. So to watch that, and then when the baby come out, so when the baby's born, so when my daughter first come out, she didn't make no noise. So they were rushing and panicking. So like, man, what's wrong? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. So all of a sudden you hear that, man, something changed in me. I can't describe it to this day, but I wanted to be a gentleman. I said, man, you can't mistreat women, and this what women got to do to give life. I changed everything. I ain't want to pimp no more. I ain't want to be no man, fuck a pimp. And so I wanted to be something different to the world after my daughter. See, I could have taught my son how to be a pimp. Yeah, cause now that daughter changed something in me. But not just having a daughter, watching the process of what a woman just have to go through to give birth, the pain levels. That made me change how I approach women and how I treat women.
Yeah, it did that for me. Sam, did it do it for you when your daughter was born? I'm trolling. Now that we're speaking about, we do know that from you that you were willing to sit down with Tia and have a conversation.
No, I wasn't.
Or the offer was made.
Man, shout out to them fam goons, and shout out to Rollo and them and Goldmouth. So Rollo and them had booked me for a podcast like during the wintertime. And they had also done Tia. So they wanted to put me and Tia together because they think our personalities will match good together. So Rollo have a whole movie script for her and I. So probably about 90 days ago, Zeus TV reached out to me and asked me would I do their podcast. It was Tia Kemp, Blueface Mom, and Tokyo China.
Oh Lord, I seen that. Yeah, I know.
But I didn't know it was Zeus Network.
Oh my goodness.
And because her name had already came up with Rollo and them, I thought it, was cool. But I didn't realize who the other two women were. So just how they were trying to book me, I was like, man, these motherfuckers, like they trying to set it up. So I started looking into the emails. I said, Zeus Network? Man, no, I ain't doing shit with Zeus Network, because I know Zeus Network does nothing but pits black people together to fight against one another. So I said, I ain't finna do shit with them. So I told him, man, I ain't doing nothing. And then I saw so I never knew who she really was before then. So I really just discovered who Tia Kemp was 90 days ago. So I went and looked at her. I already knew who Blueface Mama was. Didn't know who Tokyo China was. I said, man, I ain't doing nothing with no messy bitches like this. Man, I ain't sitting down with no messy bitch. I like hoes. I don't with no bitch. So so that was it.
Yeah, so they say that, or there was a rumor that they sent you money and you took the money?
You goddamn right I kept the money. Yeah. Take me to court to get it back. Yeah, I took some bitch money, ho. I feel like them bitches were trying to play on me and set me up. Because I told them, why y'all still trying to book me where y'all pick me up? So y'all go book me for my flight. Y'all go put me up. Y'all got me in this hotel, and y'all want me to do this in L.A. Y'all playing with me, ho. So they kept having the white boy call me, and I kept telling him, man, no. So they kept insisting. So I said, so I even told him, man, y'all must be trying to set a nigga up or something. I'm steady telling you what my issues are, what my concerns are, and this is for security purposes. Y'all trying to overlook that? Y'all, bitch. Yeah, and I went in and kept the motherfucking money. Yeah.
I mean, look, again, these are things that
out of fear.
Every time
I
somebody,
I will return the money once I stop being scared. I promise. I swear to God, I'm gonna return the money.
Every time we have this guy on the platform, I have to reiterate to people so they understand, because coming out here to Buffalo, there's a lot of rappers. You know what I mean? And I try to explain to them like, this shit ain't free.
Man, I'm very tactical. Only reason I got caught in the barbershop because he played on my brother. But now I'm a very tactical. I'm very tactical. I'm not an impulsive guy, and I'm not chasing money. I'm a man that's operating and moving out of a purpose that's facilitating a vision, and there's nothing else. So I just play the character well, but and I play dumb. I don't show up playing smart like most people who are dumb just trying to play smart. I show up playing dumb, and I play the role of a fool to see who playing on me. So they sent me the money, and I told them I'll send the money back, but I think they were trying to set me up, homie. Yeah, I really believe in my heart, because if you look at Zeus Network, I watched Zeus Network allow a very aggressive, violent, gay black male assault a black woman. And they only stepped in after the assault took place. So when you look at this platform and you look at every episode deals with violence, black on black violence, aggression, violence. So I felt like that was a play for them to try to put me in a situation. I charged them for that.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I charged them for that.
That's how it is. And again, I feel like just think about that. Did you not just earn your money though, or make like pumped that show up? This little back and forth that this show was pumped up.
That.
I'm just saying they're on full promo run right now after that beef with you.
Man, but that homie. She said, somebody sent me a clip of her saying that there's a price on my head. She said that there's a price on my head, and y'all trying to book me here with knowing that there's a price on my head. In L.A., homie, where this is where most people die and get killed at every year. It's Pop Smoke, Tupac, all on the West Coast. Nipsey. So you guys are trying in the manner in which you guys are trying to book me here, where I'm completely dependent upon you guys. You got a driver to go come pick me up. You don't know what time the show starts at the studio. So it was too much vagueness. It was too vague for them to be such a big platform and not have some structure. So too many red flags came to play.
And you also got a lot of great interview offers. After we had an interview with that crazy guy, you actually did a Jason Lee interview.
That was before you guys.
Okay.
I had already done Jason Lee before you guys.
Okay.
They just dropped after you guys.
But you got Lil Yachty, right?
Shout out to QC. Yeah. Shout out to P from Quality Control.
The Jason Lee interview. There's other interviews that you have that are in the works.
Yeah, me and Say Cheese TV just did one. Just done a million in less than 24 hours.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I also saw in that interview, this is something like I wish I didn't have to participate. Some people piss me off. You spoke in that interview specifically about you don't have to play the pause game. I want you to break that down because I hate the damn pause game.
Yeah. I think no homo, pause. I think those are guys that's secretly battling with their homosexual
homosexuality.
Yeah. I think those are guys who aren't for sure by themselves. Because as a man, if I'm having a conversation with other men and I'm speaking and I'm trying to get a point across, I'm not fit to say pause to let you know I'm not talking gay shit. I'm not fit to do that as a man. Why would you do that as a man? Who thinks you're saying gay shit other than you for you to say no homo? You
killed it right there. It's over now.
Yeah, homie. So who would
leave me alone with that shit?
Yeah. So homie. So when I see a man doing that, I'm saying that's a gay man. by way of thoughts, because they teach you in the AA and in A classes that preoccupation of thoughts is the first step in relapsing. Before you relapse as an addict, you first start having the thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. Yeah, they dictate actions. Your thoughts dictate your actions.
No more pauses.
Your actions develop your habits. Your habits display your character, and your character decides your destiny.
So men that play, it's safe to say, men that play the pause game a lot are thinking about
they bisexual.
They're thinking about penis.
I ain't saying what they thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm saying they bisexual.
Yeah.
If you talking to your buddies, you talking to your woman, and you got to say no homo, that means you're bi. That means you're bi. That means you're bi. And you ain't figured out a way to step out the closet. Your feet just big, they hanging out.
I feel like there's so many topics that I could talk to Charleston about. One of these topics, right? Because we got to get into this and this and that and this, and we got an amazing week that was presented to us for July 4th.
Shout out to Big Indian.
And my
I ain't never seen nothing like this.
He's staying over here a couple more days. He's like, you know what? Nah, we gotta extend the stay.
My mama and everybody gonna be mad at me. She said, son, you coming over to Googie House for 4th of July? I said, yeah, mama. But I gotta go to Buffalo, New York. I'll be right back. And then I came to New York, and I ain't saying mama. I'm just saying going to Googie House. I'm hanging out here for the 4th of July.
Yeah. And we're not, to set the record straight, we're not in New York. Is that right? We're not in New York. Yeah. We're in Eric's territory.
Sovereign Seneca territory.
Yeah.
We in the U.S. territory somewhere with the federal government.
I like that. You know that we could hear that and nobody else can?
Yeah,
I like that. But look, so
and we can do what we want to do out here.
Yeah. You know what else is that just, I was gonna get into something else, but we're gonna get into that. It's now become normal, right? All these platforms. Every day I wake up, I see you, and I'm thinking it's from your page, and it's from TMZ, Shade Room, On Site, No Jumper. Charleston is everywhere, and you are everywhere now for your statements again on Julio Fulio.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Julio Fulio. What you said is he got shot in the leg. He's trying to.
I took a liking to him. Yeah, I took a liking to the kid. At first, I ain't like him. For one, I ain't like him because he's the first motherfucker. I ain't never seen a motherfucker, I ain't never seen a motherfucker, go make a rap song to the people they supposedly be involved in killing, and they lay on top of the grave site, got the pictures of man, I ain't never seen that. So when I saw that, and I'm a person who research, because most people fail to realize the only reason I'm on social media is because I went to community college. I went to Tarrant County Community College, and I had to take an elective. And one of the electives that I took was BCIS. That was a computer class. So this is in probably 2008, 2009. Maybe 2010, 2009, 2010. So I take BCIS, and I failed the class. I barely failed. And so it put me on financial aid probation. So that hurt my money. So I had to take that class again. I was selling weed at the time. So I would pay this little female to do all my BCIS, my shit. And she told me about Facebook. So I remember being in class, opening up a Facebook page. And I got out of the boys' home in 1998. So from 1998 to 2009, I knew nothing about social media. So I missed the MySpace era, so I missed all that shit. So when I finally get on Facebook, I'm going to go look for people that I went to school with, that I hadn't ran back into from the 90s. So that's when I got introduced to Facebook. And that was in 2009, 2010. I started going viral 2019, 2018, almost 10 years later. So when I come to the internet, homie, I don't know what I'm doing. And I realized that most people that's on the internet don't know what they doing, because you can make money from here. Once I realized that you can make money from being on social media, it changed my whole reasoning for getting up, logging onto social media. It became, so I see everything as content. So I see everything from a business perspective dealing with social media now. So I understand the algorithm. If I want to go viral right now, I can go viral because I know what to do.
Yeah.
Because
He did it different.
Most people don't. This is what I noticed. Because I would never buy a phone with a phone case. So because of that, that caused me to have to spend a lot of money, because these phones aren't equipped to fall, right? So I spend a lot of money buying new phones. And one of the things that I noticed from buying a bunch of phones is that each new phone, all of them had these particular apps, whether that was Facebook or YouTube. So you would have to either download these apps or upload these apps, right? So I'm saying, man, why would every new phone have one of these apps? This is what I would be saying to myself. So over a 2 to 5 year period of time, me being in college, I learned 2 terms. One of them is quantitative. The other is qualitative. Quantitative is knowledge that's in a book. Data, numbers, statistics. Qualitative are experiences, right? So I'm saying, okay, each phone got an app. Why? Somebody's making some money. Once I realized that you can make money off these apps, and I'm logging on, so it's 2 to 5 years before I realized that you can make money off these apps. But why am I logging on to this app and I'm getting nothing out of it? I'm addicted. What am I addicted to? Looking at other people do shit. That was my first addiction on social media. Watching other people. Ooh, like, share. This before they let you heart it. So once I figured out how to make people look at me, I started getting addicted to being looked at. Whether that was 10 people, 15 people. So it became an addiction. And the only thing I'm getting out of it is immediate gratification. That's it. I post a picture, I get 50 likes. Ooh, immediate gratification. When I saw this movie on Netflix that was called Social Dilemma, and it broke down this social media shit, and how the people who created these social media platforms is now 10 years later going to our government saying we made a mistake, we need to put some restrictions on this shit. That changed another perspective of how I saw this. I started feeling stupid. I started logging on social media as a human being, as a father, and as a man, feeling stupid. But I couldn't stop logging on. Man, I can't stop arguing, man. And so the social dilemma, it shows you where if you try to quit this phone, if you don't turn your notification off, they'll ding
Yeah.
They'll let you know, hey, that pretty girl picture you was looking at last week, she done said something. So,
it does. It's not even a joke.
Man, listen to me. They got a motherfucker that's watching you watch the pretty girl that you like, whoever you think pretty, and you click on her profile and start looking at her pictures. You got somebody watching you do that. And they make note of that. So whenever you try to quit and you don't turn your notification off, you'll get a ding. And next thing you know, you see that pretty girl who pictures you was just looking at, and she don't know you're looking at them. She's going to end up some kind of way liking your shit or so they do this.
Yeah, they throw it up in front of her page. Luckily for me, it's only my girl that ever sees it because I only ever looked at her page.
Yeah. So homie, so when I realized that, I say, man, it's a motherfucker 24 hours a day on the other side of this phone watching me watch something.
And AI could do it now.
So I'm going to get to that later. So I'm making note of this shit, homie, because I understand quantitative and I understand qualitative. So you can do a qualitative study. So now what I was doing on the internet. So once I learned how to get into the algorithm, I learned from doing positive shit and posting it on the internet for 10 years. It wasn't until I started doing negative shit that the algorithm embraced me. For 10 years, I was going to Washington, D.C. For 10 years, I've worked with over 50 U.S. congressional members. I've done a study with the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Homie, the algorithm didn't grab that. It wasn't until I started saying a dead rapper, a gang member, a thing that would possibly get me killed. That's when the algorithm grabbed me. So once I found that out, I was making $16,000 a month off being negative. So that's why you never see anything positive that goes viral. Nothing.
So when Julio did this, then you kind of understood. At first you didn't like him, but then you understood what he was doing.
I never understood what he was doing. I had never seen black people diss the dead until I saw him. So
now you see it happening right back to him too. What goes around comes around. You got Youngin Ace that's been doing the same thing back to him now. He made a diss song right after he died saying that he knew where they were and things of that nature. Some people are tying it in. But then you got Julio Fulio's page that's responding to all of this.
Who's ever responding to who's ever that doing that's on Julio Fulio page, it's either the police or a poor person. It's not his mother. Because if you hear what his mother said, that's a woman of morals and seemed like to have pro-social values. She said, I told my son, I don't agree with this. I'm one of the only mothers who will come out and... So it sounds like she's a mother who has values. I never knew how to be mean on the internet, homie, because I've been positive. So it's not until I'm working with children who have caught murder cases, who have caught rape cases, who have caught robbery cases, that I learned, where you get this from? Such and such, such and such. So I didn't know who these characters were until I started working with children. Who your favorite rapper? Julio Fulio. Go listen to Julio Fulio. Man, why you listen to him? Man, they be talking about killing people. Is this real? So the kids go tell you the stories. So I'm saying to myself, how is it as black people we can let this go on? So I started acting like what we love. I took on the image and the personification and the traits and the characteristics of the rapper. And I brought it online. Mm-hmm. And people start saying, you don't like black people, you hate it, but I'm talking like the rapper. I look like the rapper. I used to wear a bow tie. I used to wear my shirt tucked in, boots, hard bottom shoes. So now that I'm looking like the rapper, y'all got a problem. So I knew that's what we had to compete with. When I step out on my porch as a black father, as a community active, before I became big on the internet, that was my competition, let alone my opposition. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to do right. The rapper, the gangster, the ball players, that's my opposition, because that's who our children idolize. So as a working father, who's my competition? The dope dealer, the drug dealer, the gangster, because that's who my kid look up to. So if I don't look like them, not only do my kid, the other kids don't really respect me. What did Lil Wayne say? 9 to 5 is overrated. So we in the black community look down on a nigga with a job. Oh, look at Calvin. He work at McDonald's. Remember Calvin from the McDonald's commercials? We started laughing at Calvin, homie, the going to work to McDonald's while we stand on the corners and hustle. We start shaming the with the warehouse job because he only make $9 and we making $500 for the day. So as a father, I want my kid to look up to me. When I stand next to a rapper, my kid don't look up. If I ain't got the jewelry, I ain't got the cars, and I ain't got the money, and I ain't got the look that the rapper got. I was a father picking my son up from school every day. I had a van like the Good Time van, but I was there every day to pick my son up. I was there every day to pick my daughter up and take her to the library, and we stay at the library while we wait to go pick her brother up in that raggedy Good Time van. But my children will be shamed. Dad, can you pick me up down there? There's no other father coming to pick them up, them other kids up. Why would you be shamed? But because of the culture, homie. I'm not in the Bentley. I'm not in the Benz. 3 tires mismatched. The windows down. We ain't got no AC, but I'm a father. But because of the culture don't embrace the visible, present, struggling daddy. But boy, when I went to putting these jewels on and these chains on, I'm a hell of a daddy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the struggle. So why wouldn't I come online and attack and assassinate my opposition? Because I want to be a hero in the eyes of my children. But because of what you look like and what we admire in this culture, I'm just a struggling daddy. And I'm not a hero. So I want to be a hero.
Do you feel better now than you did in that van, though, right now?
I can provide better. But do it feel better? I don't know. I'm living better. We live better. But I ain't the same daddy. Because now I don't have time to pick him up out of school. I had to buy my daughter a car. Nigga, I used to cook dinner every day. When I picked the kids up from school, we went to the library, we went to the park, and came home in a 1-bedroom apartment and made dinner for my kid. And daddy stayed home and cooked dinner. So that might have been better because I was more accessible as a father. I'm less accessible as a father, but I got more money. I can provide the resources. But daddy less accessible. So I don't know.
And that's how I feel. The last few days was the first days in my life that I was without my son and my daughter. I never had more than a 6-hour absence. And look, he's on the chain, on the hat, you know what I mean, on the shirt. So I know. I want to say this. People could say whatever they want online about you, and then people posting pictures like Tia and stuff like that. But what we do know, without a doubt, is that you're a great father and your kids love the hell out of you.
Yeah.
So that time that was spent was not for nothing.
Nah.
You know, and you're still doing stuff with them in mind, which is huge.
I share that because
take a shot at me real quick.
Yeah, I share that, homie, because
I can feel the emotion.
It's a lot of dads, homie. They bearing the shame because they don't have the financial means to make themselves a hero. And because daddy presence is not always a joy, homie. Daddy have to enforce law and order. Daddy got a discipline. Your mama can always be the hero. Your mama can always play. But if you got mama and daddy, it's hard for daddy to consistently be the good guy because he got to enforce. So if you the enforcer, you the lawmaker, and you enforcing rules, and you ain't got no money, homie, they resent you. They don't start understanding daddy meant something until daddy gone. If you got the money, it's easy to love daddy because you can provide, you can buy, homie, you know, but the man that's struggling to provide, but he's a good man and he's trying to be there. You don't know how many days I was shamed. Car breakdown, nigga can't really get the car fixed, gotta ride the bus. I started riding the bus with the kids, putting their bike on front of the bus, going downtown because I got no money to do nothing. So for her to try to, I don't take no shame in no actions as a father. Because most men before me ran off. And I ain't got no unexcused absence. I ain't got no absence in fatherhood. So nah, can't no bitch shame me. And nigga, I picked up the slack when the woman fell off.
And props to you for that, because there's not a lot of men that do.
Yeah, and I wanted to quit, and I wanted to run off. Yeah, I had the thoughts, man, because shame and guilt, it's a whole lot of running from shame. Because financially they can't provide, for whatever reasons. So now I buried the shame, and I remember talking to the principal at school. I drove through 3 cities every day to take my kids to a different school district so they can have the right, proper education. And I remember talking to the principal one day, expressing myself as a poor, struggling father. And my son was outside the office, and he heard me say that I was a poor daddy. Boy, that little boy got in the car, and he had tears in his eyes. He said, "Dad, are we really poor?" Man, when I looked over there, I wanted to lie. I said, "Nah, man, we ain't poor." I said, "Yeah, mijo, we poor." And he said, "Dad, is there anything you can do about it?" I damn near cried because it ain't nothing I can do. But I looked that little boy in his eyes and told him, "Yeah, every day, mijo, I'm trying to do something about it." So imagine a nigga who can't progress past that. And his sons and his children go up to resent him because he's undermined, or his value is diminished because he can't provide, but he present. But if you ask mama, can I get $5? Yeah. You ask daddy, that's no, I ain't got it. Start to resent daddy. I ain't got it, son. I ain't got it. Now, that nigga start to resent them no's. And that's what happened to most children. So, homie, so because we live in a materialism, a capitalist world, we tend to associate materialism and money with value, not with the presence of your father. So I was a present, proud father. I walked my baby to school some mornings. And the women who used to see me walk my kids to school, them the women who used to donate to my youth organization. So when that tear, a hoe like that she can't move me. Because I know you hurt because you wish you had a daddy like this for that boy. So that's the pride. I was a present father. Broke or not, that's what made me stick my chest out and hold my head up. I'm her.
And one of the interviews we did, you spoke about the the high value man and how you don't believe in the high value man.
I don't believe in this
and it went viral everywhere.
I just believe in
and
the
that's
man.
what it means right there.
Good man or bad man. Ain't no in between. You either good or you bad, homie. Good or it's only two types of people in this world, good or bad. I didn't know nothing about being a good father. I didn't know nothing about being a bad father. I just wanted to be present. And being present, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And I imagine you have conversations with your kids all the time, right?
All the time.
Real conversations. So do you feel that now that you're not able to be present as much, I mean, you got a hell of a residency in Vegas coming up. They're always being booked for interviews. You're always doing something, right? So do you feel that there's a possibility that they can never feel that the resentment?
Nah. It's something unique and something special about Daddy that's there from the beginning. The resentment comes from the absence. The resentments come from abuse. So I haven't been absent and I haven't abused them. So the chances of them harboring any resentment toward me would be very slim. I've been a real superhero to my kids. So that's why I speak with such a boldness. That's why I speak with such conviction when I talk to the gangsters and homie, because I'm a real superhero to my children. And I take pride in that when I look in the mirror. When I'm going through whatever I'm going through in the world, it seems like it's being ugly to me. When I lay down in the bed and close my eyes, at the end of the day, I'm a hero to them kids, so it make me feel all right. Yeah, it make everything all right. So now I think my son probably feels he probably feel a little lost because he been my partner. He been my buddy. So I don't ride in the car with my homeboys. My son been my homeboy in the passenger seat riding with me. So when I bought him a car, I taught him, nah, nigga, you don't ride in the car with no dudes. It's you and your woman. It's you and your woman. So yeah. So my son been my partner. I've been taking him to strip club with me since he was 15 years old. So he been my hangout buddy. He been my road dog. Because I didn't know how to. Once he got to a certain age, because I didn't have a father, I didn't know how to be a father. I caught him smoking weed when he was like 13 years old. And I ain't know how to tell him not to do it, because when I asked him, where you get that from? He said, you. Shit, I couldn't say nothing then. Where you get this from? He said, you. I couldn't say nothing. And from that point, homie, I didn't know how to be a father. So I made him my friend. Yeah, instead of me hanging out with my homeboys, me hanging out with my street partners, I made my son my friend. He became my friend because I didn't know how to be his father. So yeah, I just wanted to be there. I just wanted to be there, homie.
And you think now that's kind of leading him in like a lost space?
Nah, right now, I'm showing him, now you a man. You 21 years old, you got your own place, you graduated. You can't hang out with me, because once you be a man, two niggas don't hang together once they be a man. You got a woman. I got a woman. We don't kick it. We meet up, but we don't hang out every day no more. Because once you become a man, two men don't hang out together unless they're doing business together. But when they get through doing business, that man go that way, that other man go that way. So that's what I'm showing him. No, fuck, we go hang out together every day for you. You got a woman, and you got a man, and you got goals, and you got aspirations. So pursue your goals. You don't come sit up under daddy. Daddy got shit to do. So that's what I'm showing him now.
And it always ends up a remarkable story. Yesterday, you had the opportunity to meet a friend of mine that I got caught up in the case with. His name is Derek, right?
Yeah.
And I told you how he caught the case, and he spent about 8.5, 9, and his son.
He said you was the only that kept it real and looked out for his son.
Yeah.
And that son becoming a police officer right now today.
Yeah, he's married.
Yeah.
I couldn't make his wedding. I was torn up about that, not being able to get over here for his wedding, because I got that little baby girl over there. And it's amazing what comes from it when there is a presence there, and although he was behind those walls, he was able to still make his presence felt as a father.
That's imperative to every child that they feel their father's presence. I knew that, homie. That's the secret formula. Is daddy's presence. He can be absent from the home in another home, but his presence still can be felt. Showing up at school. Homie, you have a right. You have a right to be a father. And nobody can take that right, not even the mother, not even the courts. You have a right. Unless you forfeit those rights by way of some ill-hearted actions. But you got rights. So I knew I had rights. And I wasn't going to forfeit those rights for nobody. And I knew long as I got these rights, I can remain present in this kid's life no matter what barriers she put up. So I wasn't going to forfeit those rights. Because I knew how important it was to this kid for me to maintain my rights. Not for me to have them, but how important it is for this kid to be what I would like for it to be. Just successful. So, homie, I was going to remain present no matter what. I remember I ran away for like 30 days. Yeah, I remember I disappeared for 30 days. I ain't answered the phone. And I remember saying, if I'm feeling like this.
This was as a child, you're saying, or as a father?
No, this was as a daddy. I ran away for 30 days. I didn't answer the phone for mama, the kids, nobody. Yeah.
What was the reason for it?
I was financially going through something. As most men, homie, because our value is tied to what we can do with what we can provide. And I couldn't provide at the time. So not only is the broad, the bitch will kick you in the ass, everybody around you will kick you in your ass if you can't provide, especially if it's ongoing for so long.
And especially yourself.
There you go. So I ran away for about 30 days. And I remember saying, man, if I'm feeling like this, imagine how those kids feeling. And I'm running in shame. I can explain while I'm doing this. They can't even explain why they feel that. So, homie, I would never disappear again.
So how does it make you feel when you hear somebody like Tia saying there's a price on your head and the possibility?
Man, that hoe just talking.
Talking shit for sure. But do you ever think about the possibility of, daddy talks a lot of shit online and and somehow you're not there for them anymore? Do you? No. What do you think that? What do you think? My question is this.
I done talked so much shit at this point. It's been 5 years. In my mind, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. I done said Nipsey Hussle. I done disrespected the Crips and the Bloods. I done disrespected Monster Cody, Raymond Washington, Tukey Williams, GDs, BDs, Vice Lord, rappers, dead, alive. I done disrespected everything that everybody is afraid of in the black community. And I've been to every city that they say I would get killed in. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. I learned that prayer as a kid. Why would I be afraid of anything? And I think what I'm speaking against is evil. Why? Who got a price on my head? And I'm posting a comedy show every week. Who? I post a comedy show every week. I walk around this country as if I can't be touched. I travel to every city with no security. Who think I'm going to get to? I don't. In my mind, I'm untouchable.
There's a lot of love comes with it, too.
I don't give a damn about no love. I remember it was a bunch of hate. And I was still traveling with no security when it was a bunch of hate. Never before in the history in America have anybody ever lived this long for disrespecting black gangs. I'm the first black man in America to ever stand up to the Crips and the Bloods, the GDs and the BDs, and say, fuck you, fuck your set, fuck your dead homies, fuck y'all mama, suck my dick, and still live. It's been 5 years. Why would I be thinking something would happen now? That bitch is talking. Who gonna hurt the little bitty?
My question to you is this, though, and I agree with you, but my question to you is this. You're not here tomorrow. Something happens. What is the thought that you think is in your children's head about daddy? What do they walk away with, knowing about daddy?
I'm a motherfucking hero. My daughter compared me to Dr. Martin Luther King. I remember she saw me on television when she was in the 2nd grade. And she said, Dad, you're something like Martin Luther King. She said that in the 2nd grade. So you got to remember, homie, my daughter ain't number 15 years old. 15 years of her life, all she know me is doing is community activism. They don't know nothing else. So my kids don't know me for being street, gang banging, or nothing. All they know is a law-abiding, loving, active father who cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner, who's been there since day one. What else would they think?
Yeah, superhero.
See, your children don't know you like the world know you. Your children don't know you like your family know you. In the eyes of your children, you are a hero if you've been in their life. If you ain't been in their life, then who knows how they see you. But when you've been a consistent provider, homie, you a hero to your children when you daddy. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because when you go to the funeral, everybody else crying, but nigga, it's only a small percentage of people that matter, and they're typically on the front row. So yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people are still just getting to know you. And then there's people that know you. I've sat down with you enough times to know your heart. You know what I mean? To know the type of person you are. Today we went to Niagara Falls.
I don't like my baby mama, homie, but 3 years ago, she was financially going through something.
The mic is muffled.
Yeah, she was financially going through something. I told my daughter, find where you want to live. Pick anywhere you want to live. You pick where you want to live. And I told my daughter, and she did that. And I paid for my daughter to live there, but for her mother to stay there as well. So I went and got in my name just for them, huh? So my daughter can be in a better situation. But this better situation also helps the mother as well. So they treat them like, so they live together like they're roommates. I pay my daughter half, the mama pay her half. And my daughter graduated 3 years early for that.
Yeah, you said she graduated at 15?
At 15 years old, graduated high school.
Shout out to her.
So she's going to college at 16 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna buy her own business.
She's not going to Berthium or whatever it is.
Nah, she ain't going no bullshit at college. Nah, she going to a top of the line college. 16 years old. But by the time she's 18, she have her own business. So the presence of the father, homie, is everything. A son can do nothing but what he see his father does. So my children don't know nothing but a present good father. A PTA type dad. Nigga, they don't know what the internet know. But they've seen the traits of the persona. Yeah, because nigga, I do the fool and I've done the fool. Yeah. And I play the fool to win in a lot of situations.
Everybody plays the fool.
I play the fool to win in a lot of situations.
Today we were in.
I don't never try to play smart. I never try to play smart with people.
Today we were in Niagara Falls.
Yeah. And
Nova and I were sitting there like, I wonder how, because there's such a diverse group of people in Niagara Falls.
I ain't see no niggas. Yeah, you see, I see a lot of white people.
They popped out at you at the end.
Yeah.
Though. But we were looking for some food. Well, we weren't looking for it. You just knew that there was some good food around there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you can tell by the nose.
And
the smell.
You said, "What's up, black man?"
I said, "You black?" because I've been,
I was trying to say it nice. All right,
yeah. I've been seeing a bunch of dark skin, but these ain't. So yeah. So when I saw this one particular selling barbecue, I run right to the window and said, "Nigga, you black?" And when he turned around, he was black.
and when he turned around, he knew exactly who you were.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for the free food too. But at good food, by the way. But he goes.
He humbled me.
He walked out and he goes to speak to you. But not only did he come to speak to you like everybody else, because a ton of people walked up to you to take a picture. This man walks up and tells you your history.
Yeah.
What you started off as, what you were doing,
me.
how it started, what you like your schooling.
And he was a chef on Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
And what was his name? You remember his name?
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Anderson.
Bobby
That
Anderson.
sounds like he just made that name up for Hell's Kitchen.
Man, listen. I saw that nigga with a food truck. When he come out the food truck, he said, "Man, that's my building and that's my building." But as he's saying this, I'm seeing that he worked with youth because of what he got on the food truck. So he partners with the workforce. He hires, he trains middle schools from 15 to high schoolers. And then after he trained them, he hired them to work on his food truck and in his businesses. So he got student workers.
And let's not skip past the part that he says that he's shaped his life this way because of what he's learned from following you.
Yeah. That shit be f***ing me up, homie. In my mind, I'm just me. And the old tell me all the time, he said, "Nigga, you can't see you and you can't hear you. So you don't know how you affect people with what you saying." So I don't know, because I deal with so much hate online. And then I go home. At home, I'm normal. Because the people at home really hate on a nigga. Nobody at home wants to make you feel special. Like, they want you, people at home want to remind y'all, nigga, you ain't nobody, nigga. I remember you. Yeah. So at home don't want you to feel great.
Yeah.
But to the world, you great. Man, that shit be f***ing me up, man. So, typically, and this just being real, you naturally, you want to be egotistical. You want to be arrogant. Yeah, mother know me way up. But, man, that shit humbles them. To see this guy who's obviously very, very, very successful, to have two major businesses on top of a food truck on the borderline of Niagara Falls, this got to be a different kind of.
And he put Starbucks in there.
Come on, homie. He got a Starbucks. He's the only black man in America that got a Starbucks. Now, he's the only person in America that got a Starbucks in the high school. And he black. So for him to come to you and say, "Man, I watch your videos. You inspire me. I model who I am." Man, yeah, that shit humble, nigga.
Yeah, and it seems like that's kind of been the narrative of the week here.
Well, I want to be mean, nigga. Yeah. I want to be the mean sometimes. Yeah, I don't want to get soft.
Yeah.
You want to play the character, because that's what sells. But yeah, he really humbled me.
That was a dope moment.
He really humbled me.
And then we seen people from all walks of the world walk up to you. There's some guy from Arkansas looking like Joe Duckett.
Man, what? Straight redneck. Straight redneck.
I was like, "Is that Joe Duckett?" And then now he just walks up and he's just like, "What?
I knew that was you.
Charleston?"
I knew that was you.
Yeah,
I knew that was you. Yeah.
He walks up, he pulls that camera out. He's got his dad pulling the camera out. He's like, I heard his dad behind us too when we were walking up to get into the Maid of the Mist, which was dope, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
Great experience.
And I hear his dad. He's like, "Who is that guy? You better get on a picture with him better." That's why I knew at some point throughout that ride that he was coming back up to get another picture. Yeah. He's like, I got to make sure this shit's in high definition right here, 4K.
Man, I'm just playing, homie. I'm just online bullshitting, because I went to college, and everybody will go to college think they smarter than everybody, right? So I took some acting classes, I took some theater arts, I took some speech classes. So I think I got the ups on this, and I'm just bullshitting. So in my mind, I'm saying, man, these kind of white people ain't watching me. These kind of, man, So, because I'm from the South. So in my mind, homie, there's no way possible that these kind of white people watching it. So to get that and to see that, yeah.
You know what else is dope about you too? When these people walk up to you and they talk real, you don't just say, "Hey, follow me on Instagram." You say, "Take down my personal number if that's really what you do. If you're really into fashion, I want you to design some.
Send me
clothes
something.
Let
Yeah.
me see what you
Send
got."
me something. Yeah.
You say, "Take down my personal number." A kid walks up to you right there when we get off the maid. All the employees knew you.
Yeah.
Right, and the kid walked up to you, and again, I forget his name is.
We something.
Weejay.
Weejay.
Shout out to
yeah,
Weejay.
Yeah, just shout out
And
to
said-
Weejay. He
walked
kept
up to
throwing
you.
up the W.
I didn't hear what he said to you, but he said something to you dope that inspired you as well.
Yeah. You don't know the impact you're making, dog. Yeah, you don't know the impact you're making. That online shit is tricky because there's so much hate online. So when you get offline, you're on guard in real life because what's online is two different worlds. It's also tricky, because in real life, you're getting a lot of love. So you let your guards down. It only take one time for the hate to come. But in real life, it's so much love. So, yeah, so you see, I'm very receptive to the love. It weakens me. I'm a tactical nigga. But when you get so much love, how you gonna be tactical?
I see you're still on your P's and Q's though. My one guy said to him, he said, my car's parked right there behind that truck. Unc was like, he said, your car's where? Because I didn't see the car either.
I didn't either.
He's like, you said, where is it? He said, it's behind the truck. Unc went down all the way.
Yeah, before
he even kept walking, he went down all the way just to make sure there was another whip behind there.
But guess what? I ain't checked my bag in. I ain't got my mace on me. I ain't got my knife or nothing. But normally, I'm coming to a new city, so I'm going to check my luggage in and have my weapons. Have my non-lethal weapons. But nigga, I ain't got none of that.
I told you I got you out here.
But I'm still, But it weakens it. That's what happened to Nipsey. That's what happened to Tupac. That's what happened to Rick Ross. Because you get so much love, homie, you want to interact with the people. But shit, it compromises you.
Speaking of Rick Ross and rap, you recently made a comment about Kendrick's Juneteenth party, an event where you said that he
brought a bunch of
It was a way for the people in L.A. to kind of get in the limelight.
The gang banging shit.
Yeah.
Man, it is what it is, homie. They not like us. It ain't the best motherfucking song in the world. Let's just be honest. It's a gang banging song where you can do the gang banging, dancing, crip, walk to it. It ain't no real club banger. It brought a bunch of people together to do what? For what? So yeah.
So you think it's just unifying them to get right back into that culture?
It's lived in LA. Don't nothing supersede the gang culture. So he brought a bunch of people together for what? For a video shoot. After that, everything is back to normal. You can't come over here. What's up, cuz? Where you from? Yeah. Ain't broke no barriers. That shit was a one-day episode, just like Nipsey Hussle funeral. Don't mean shit. Don't mean a motherfucking thing.
What advice? I'm eager to find out. What advice?
Them niggas ain't gonna stop killing each other because they not like us. You absolutely right. Canada is not like us. At least them don't kill each other. Over a street name that don't know nobody own nothing on. Yeah, you goddamn right they not like us. Yeah, the stupidest people on earth. At least we are. And I'm saying that as a highly intelligent black man that love his people and fuck with his kind. We the dumbest. Because we emotionally responsive to everything. We're not analytical people. We're not logical people. The people before us were logic. This group here is impulsive.
And so the generation pretty much from what we're saying has to pass, and it's up to, I believe, at least from my experience, also having conversations with you and everybody I have conversations with, it's kind of up to us as fathers to kind of lead a way for a new generation.
Well, if we ain't gonna put a hit on our baby mamas, then we can't lead. Because the mother is the first teacher. We're not. We're only important to our children if we can lead their mothers. I'm gonna say that again. We as black men, we're only important to our children if we can lead their mothers. If we can't lead their mothers seem and appear to be Superman. This my child. Can't nobody tell me what. So they go for the teacher, the preacher, CPS. The black mother rules and overrides anything when it comes to her child. This my child. Even her mother. Her own mother cannot guide her and teach her nor instruct her on what to do with her child. Not even the father. This my child. It's mine. How you go? So your value as a father, your words don't mean nothing, because guess what the mother gonna say? I don't give a damn what your daddy said. He don't run shit over her. So how can you be a superhero? Daddy is supposed to be a superhero. Meaning if daddy tell mama, I said this, you override. So if you can't override mama, how you a superhero, nigga? So that's why I'm saying, nah, homie, the black man, it's almost best for him to walk away from his children if he can't rule. It's almost best to walk away. Let that have full say so, because you don't rule. And she's the first teacher. She get to teach us the God. She get to teach us the morals. She get to teach us the values. Because you're out hunting, meaning working, providing. So you can't teach. You can't nurture. She's the first teacher. So how can you overrule her? And she don't even listen to you.
With walking away, are you saying like walk away completely, or walking away with keeping your child in mind?
No, walk away completely. F the child. If you want to be a strong man and have a peace of mind, and you done made a baby irresponsibly with the wrong woman, it's almost best to walk away. It's almost best to walk away, because you won't ever have peace.
Do you think that's better for the child?
I think f the child. If it ain't better for me, how can I be better for the child? I'm supposed to put the child before me? You're a lying motherfucker. Don't nobody come before me. Nobody. If I'm not right for me, how can I be right for the child? If I'm not right for me, how can I be right for the woman if I don't put them before me? If I don't put their feelings before mine? Do you know there was a time that the man ate before the women and the children? Nobody ate before the man of the house. Nobody. Because he risked his life to feed everybody. So why would y'all eat before him? And I went out here and hunt for this food. Fuck them kids. Make my plate. Because if I go tomorrow, who gonna go out there and wrestle that barrel? Who gonna go kill that motherfucker? Skin him. You ain't. You got to breastfeed. So who go eat before me? But they done put the kids before the man. Is you crazy? And I'm gonna put the kids before me? Is y'all crazy? I'm gonna put y'all well-being over mine. Are y'all crazy? I'll leave y'all and go make some more kids. Fuck y'all. For my well-being. Nah, don't nothing come before me. This is nature. Nature's first rule is self-preservation. And I ain't going against nature. Not for my kids, not for nobody. For nobody.
What advice do you have for the man that's trying to make it in any industry?
Don't put nobody before you. Goals, visions, purpose, aspirations. Everything else is second. A man's goals, a man's purpose, a man's aspiration, and a man's vision. Everything else is second, including woman and children.
What about for the men that have the right woman on their side, right? Like, what would you say to them to when they on their path going forward? Like, because there are, even this week, just speaking to some men that do have a powerful queen by their side that are exactly what you're mentioning.
That's who you make sacrifices for. That's who you make sacrifices for, huh? The things that you value. Your woman, your children. But if you put them before you, what happens if they don't value you? What if you give your all to a woman, to your kids, and your kids grow up, as most of us do, and don't really appreciate mama and daddy till they gone? But you don't put everybody before you. And you don't make the sacrifice for everybody. And they don't went on with their life. Now what? That's where the bitterness come from. A lot of our elders, a lot of our mothers, man, that's where the bitterness come from. Huh? Motherfucker made these sacrifices, and you didn't become what they thought you was going to be. You didn't do what they thought you was going to do. You done went on to do something else. But I done put you before me. My own peace of mind mean way more to me than anything, homie. Because if I'm not at peace, how am I good to my woman, to my children, to my family, and I'm not right within me? But I done made this sacrifice for y'all. I mean, there's a lot of women that left the man when the kids get grown. Because he's not romantic. He can't as good as he used to. But he done laid his life down and made the sacrifices to make sure this was all right. But man, you didn't tell me I was pretty. Man, yeah, nah, homie, so don't put nothing before you.
So, are y'all enjoying the show? Yeah. You know what I mean? Charleston's a beast, man. We be talking some real shit. To wrap this up today, I did say
we're gonna have to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
I ain't ready to wrap it up. Yeah.
With the situation that transpired here with Ramon, the 3-year-old child in Buffalo, and I remember, I don't want to leave out that his sister, who is 7 years old, was also shot just by them being outside. What advice do you give that mother, that family, to propel forward after losing a 3-year-old, after seeing their 7-year-old shot, because she's got to face that trauma for the rest of their life?
Forgive the shooter. Nothing can move forward until you settle that. My homeboy, when he was 12 years old, he killed his best friend, which was his next door neighbor. He stabbed her 93 times when he was 12 years old. He stabbed her 93 times when he was 12 years old. Anybody been counting? My arm is tired just from doing that.
Yeah.
And I ain't even got to 50 yet. So imagine stabbing somebody and the knife getting stuck in the bone, and you got to wrestle to get it out because it just don't come out. So you're hitting bone, you're hitting flesh, and it just don't go like that. You got to wrestle to get it out. So imagine a 12-year-old kid doing this, homie. This 12-year-old kid was sentenced to 30 years. Just one of my childhood friends. He's the reason a kid can get 40 years in Texas for violent crime. I got to meet his victim's mother, which was a lady by the name of Miss Brummerlow. Homie, she was bitter and she was angry for a long time. I remember they let her come speak at the juvenile facility that I was locked up in. Shortly after my friend had been transferred to the adult prison system. And I remember her saying about somebody who I thought was a good kid. She said the only way that she would forgive him if they cut off both his hands and sent them to her in the mail, and she would be assured that he could never hurt anybody again. My 12-year-old friend spent 29 years incarcerated for that crime that he committed at the age of 12 years old. I used to advocate for him a lot. I used to speak at a lot of public engagements and tell people about his crime. And I would tell people about his crime, and when I say he stabbed somebody 93 times, they would be taken aback. And not a lot of empathy for somebody who would stab somebody 93 times. So I wrote him a letter and I said, homie, what made you do that? His father used to abuse him. He used to go in the bedroom at nighttime and stand over his parents and get their gun, but he didn't have the courage to shoot his parents while they were asleep. He said the first time that he had a homicidal thought when he was 5 years old, after his dad abused him. My said shortly after he had that homicidal thought, his daddy walked in and said he was sorry. I said, homie, what if he would have came in before that thought came? So when he killed his victim, he did to his victim what his father did to him. He said there was one point in time where he dropped the knife, and he said he picked it back up. I said, what made you pick it back up? He said, I was afraid of my father. He wasn't afraid of the police. He was afraid of his father. So can you imagine a 12-year-old kid stabbing somebody 93 times? The court say he a monster, but he wasn't no monster, because no child is born bad. These are actions that he learned to do. And the same thing that he did to her is what his father did to him, because children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear. So he was sentenced to 30 years. He did 29 years on that 30 years. So when I met Kelly's mother, Miss Brummerlow, and she said what she said, I was a kid that she said that to. He spent almost 30 years in prison. He never stabbed nobody else, where he had every right to do it, because he wasn't no monster. So what I would say to the mother who buried their child is, man, forgive them babies. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. It was a long time, homie, before I realized how to develop remorse. And I wasn't a kid that was abused. I just wanted to be accepted. So I participated in a murder, and I wasn't a killer. I just wanted to be accepted. But that wasn't in our hearts as kids. Homie, there ain't no cold-blooded killers that did that. They need forgiveness. I got to hear my victim's family say, we forgive you. I forgive you. My homeboys eventually, at some point, got to hear their victim's family say they forgive them. They needed that. to make the change that you see we made today. So those kids need to be forgiven. As horrific as this crime is, or as sad as it is, homie, them babies need forgiveness. Forgive them for they know not what they do.
How do you recommend that she finds the courage to do that?
I don't. I ain't never buried a child, so I don't make no recommendation. I ain't never buried a child, homie. But she gotta find it because it's there. My victims found it. Yeah, that ain't my job to make any recommendations. I'm telling her from a point of somebody who participated in taking somebody's life that forgiveness got me to where I'm at today. Yeah, so.
That's it. That right there is that's how we wrap up an incredible interview. Once again, we did it again, I think, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
You asked the questions, I just answered.
Yeah. And
I didn't want to get emotional, but yeah, 3-year-old baby, homie. I got 50 men that's a part of my organization that committed a murder when they was children. So, yeah.
We're gonna, could we do something real quick? Yeah. Could we get these drivers up here that tried to ruin us and kill us?
Nah, that was the best shit in the world. Especially if you can watch it from the sideline.
Let's get these, because they tried to take our lives. I wanted to talk to them.
Yeah, especially if you riding from the sideline.
Yeah, let's get these chairs up here real quick. Again, everything that we do over here on the Danza Project is always, this is real life, all right? So when you see it, it's real. We're going to, don't edit this shit out. We're bringing chairs on stage right here. We're going to bring chairs on here. We're going to bring mics on here. And we're gonna talk to these very, I'll explain what I'm going to say in a second when they're both sitting down and they can hear me very well, because I think that they need to be spoken to for the things that they've done in their lives. I'm gonna take another sip of this damn 42. 1942 tequila. It's what I'm on right now. What's up with JR? JR in the building?
Yeah, that's the driver right there. That's
Joe, you in the building?
That's curly head I was telling you about right there. Yeah. That's my Jewish kid, yeah.
All right, yeah. Mic check, a 1, 2.
Yeah, they got it.
Not yet. You gotta get the headphones on.
They got an in-studio audience out there. Y'all can't see past them lights, but they got an in-studio audience out there.
We're at one of the greatest lounges. Well, we could say the greatest lounge in the Seneca. How do you say it?
Seneca territory.
The Seneca.
Sovereign territory. So sovereign mean they ain't got to obey no laws.
So we can't.
They can't just go. They go to jail if they kill somebody, but they can do what they want to do.
Yeah, but there's a guy named Paul Cambria. Your mic's not on yet. But there's a guy named Paul Cambria that said something like, when it comes to Indians, we just come up with laws. How does it go?
That's why
what's his name?
You ain't never seen a real Indian in prison.
What's this guy? Oh, Judge Scalia. Paul Cambria is the guy that had your back.
Yeah, that's the Supreme Court justice, yeah.
Yeah,
that was one of Bush. That was one of Bush appointees.
Yeah, so they were just making shit up.
Yeah, that's one of Bush.
To try to stop what's being built here. This is in the world.
That was one of Bush appointees.
This is one of the greatest lounges in the world.
I'm having 3 major celebrity fights here. We just got to find out who we go fight here. We ain't got to follow no boxing commission rule, no nothing. And I'm on just UFC in the middle of it. I'm going to make the refs disqualify me because I'm going to throw a UFC kicking in the middle of a boxing match.
This is a good middle territory for Ross and Drake, because this ain't America and this ain't Canada.
Drake can't come over here. Drake banned from the U.S. sovereignty land over here. He better not bring his motherfucking ass over here.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, my mic's on.
Your mic's on?
My mic's We're on. Locked in now, boys.
All right, listen.
We're podcast rookies, sorry.
Oh, y'all rookies?
I don't know. He can speak for himself.
You motherfuckers tried to kill us.
Yeah.
And I want to say this because I don't know what the you guys were doing, all 3 of you.
Mm-hmm. Driving.
I was cool. One vehicle doing it was enough for me.
Yeah.
Now there's 3.
But have y'all ever ran into each other?
Nah, we ain't never run into other.
No, that hasn't happened yet. No,
we've been solid.
That's what he was scared of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for us to say because we've been screwing around so much. But in the chaos, when you get comfortable in a car, you also know to look for your boys. like you can get close, but there's certain angles you don't want to go towards each other because it'll end badly.
So where you learn how to drive like that?
Dude, honestly, just down here.
Yeah.
Down here, because I did a lot of drag racing and stuff, and like any dude can like clutch kick and scoot a corner, but to like combo and link stuff takes practice and seat time. So just right here, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the you just said, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, you two motherfuckers young to know how to drive like that.
Yeah, I'm the getaway driver, man. You already know I get down out there.
Yeah, we know. We were
you
speaking
had
about
that
it
bitch,
last night.
You had that bitch going sideways.
Yes, that's the
rowdy.
only way to go. I don't like to go straight backwards. I'm going sideways through there. You know what I mean?
You had that bitch going sideways. That's why I wasn't getting in with you. I said, F that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Fuck
Look, you see
Yeah.
how confident I am. I'm like, nah, I don't trust him.
I was about to say, you see the back of my car, man.
Yeah, you know what? I don't trust him because of his hair. I
Yeah.
think.
Why?
Too much
I don't know.
hair,
I
bro.
don't feel like I could trust somebody with that type of hair.
I'm a man who likes to be in control. And me being in the back seat.
No control.
I'm the same.
No.
Well, you mentioned roller coasters. I'm the same way. I don't like them big drops. I don't like being just buckled into something.
Bullshit.
Unless I
How
trust you.
How the do you not like that, but you like doing that?
Because like he's my boy. Eric's a friend of mine.
Well, tell me
He's
who
my
you're
boy.
friends with. Tell me why you
So-
feel comfortable driving that.
Because I
way.
watch him screw up and I watch him do good, and once that ratio gets to a certain point, then you're like, I can start riding with this dude. He's cool.
So listen, you know how to make that motherfucker slide on that wall.
I slide a car any way you tell me. I tell you what, you can
But
tell
you
me
can
go do this,
but-
I'll make it
But
happen.
you can have that bitch going against the wall, shooting
yeah.
up them sparks.
Oh yeah, all day.
And
Yep.
the crowd go crazy.
Oh man, the crowd loves it. That's why I put it on. Put it on the walls. I smacked the back of the car off the wall because I
Yeah.
mean, it's
That's
people
like-
like craziness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like carnage, man. I mean,
Carnage,
like,
yeah.
You know, like in Rome, you know, the palace, man. People like that stuff. They like carnage. Humans like that stuff, man. It is what it is.
Say, listen, Aiden Ross. They say we can drive the cars out the sky.
Yep.
We can go
Damn
in the
straight.
sky and drive the car out and die.
We got all the machines to make anything happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, for again, most of you don't know. A lot of you don't know yet, but you'll find out soon because I'm sure a lot of people are going to come here after this.
Hell yeah.
There's like, my guy's got like some dope cribs here too.
Well, yeah, man, he got a crib right in the middle of the racetrack. I'm standing. That's the boss crib. That's where I'm standing at, right in the middle of the motherfucking racetrack.
I can't even drive into it regular, no speed.
Yeah, nah.
Right. Like I had
Pool
Nova
in the
earlier.
backyard?
I was like, Nova, just guide me in.
Yeah,
I'm
got
trying
the
to
pool in the
drive through.
backyard?
You guys are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to make it
too
tight
much.
because boys, they'll get the adrenaline's pumping out
Yeah.
there. Nobody's paying, not nobody, but they're not paying attention. People are walking by, so we got to
Yep.
tighten it up so boys
Yeah.
slow
Oh, they're talking
down.
about like
Yeah,
the
a lot-
exits and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, because dudes get so hyped and so amped when they do that when they come out, we got kids and stuff running around. We forced them. You're gonna slow down.
Yeah, I see y'all got all the safety precautions. Kids walking, children. So I see y'all got
man,
all that.
yeah, man. Like we crazy down here. We like to walk down the line, but at the end of the day, like, man, be smart. Drivers, be smart. Parents,
Yeah.
watch your kids, man.
So
Like,
listen, so I posted a video today, and in the comment section, they said the only other place like that around here is up in Connecticut.
oh, that's that Drift Mansion, I believe.
That's what they said.
That's called the
Yeah.
Drift Mansion. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
mansion. It's not cheap, but it is sick. Yeah, we haven't been there yet, but that's
Okay.
something we want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place is cool, but the difference is that we help build content. We don't have to buy. They still got to abide by rules. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Connecticut,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
do. We get down out here. We
But
do
no,
whatever
well,
we
no,
want,
no,
you know what I
listen,
mean?
Yo, it's-
listen. Now, see what they don't know about this, homie.
No, they don't.
This mother is what Michael Jackson was trying to do in his own way. This is a construction working man's Never Land.
That's I've never heard it put that
Nah,
way.
man,
I
this
dig
is
that.
this is a construction man, working man.
Yeah.
If you grew up liking Legos, Tonka trucks,
Yeah.
building shit, dog houses,
Yeah.
this is the Never
Well,
Land.
The
of that
whole
shit.
pit is leftover like beams from a parking ramp that they didn't end up using. A lot of those walls are repurposed. A lot of that metal, it's all repurposed
self-built.
stuff that never got used, and that he was like, wait a minute, and he bought up cheap and built this place.
So that's just one element of the entertainment part of what this Indian reservation has, right?
yes, sir.
You guys probably could service 500 kids at a trade school. This is a trade school as well. Between the metal shop, shit, man, the forklifts, the cranes.
Oh yeah, they do blacktopping. They can build.
Drift
Eric's
shop.
built bridges all over the country and
Yeah.
stuff. ERW, yeah.
And I guess what's so phenomenal and ironic about this is that the owner built this all with his own hands.
Yep.
Yeah, him and his boys, him and his crew, and then me and him were lucky enough to kind of come along. We're both drivers. We loved cars, and he gave us both shots, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys want to work here? It's going to be a little bit of work. It's going to be fun. But he had a vision. He wants to do like a show, like a production, but also like have that motorsports back roots vibe.
Well, that's what I say. I said, shit, it's a Hollywood production studio. This like
Right
a Hollywood,
here,
this
yeah,
like a
man.
Hollywood,
Hell
whole
yeah,
Hollywood
man. I
set,
appreciate
man.
it.
Come
Shit,
on, we
yeah.
make things happen around here. Snap
Yeah.
of our fingers.
Yeah,
sometimes,
and we
bro.
can
get
and
down.
we can crash shit and demolish shit.
And
yeah.
then we fix it, yo. So we got
How's
it.
the lighting? Right? Does the lighting notice that although I am a lighter complexion, I am a Latino guy?
Yeah, I'm
Right?
real
We got a-
handsome.
we got a black
I'm real,
guy here, right?
I'm real handsome in
Yeah,
the light.
we
Yeah, they
got- we
me
got a black
fucked
guy
up.
here.
Man,
There's-
I'm handsome in the mother.
We
in the
did
light.
what we did is safe to say. What we did is some white people shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that like you.
Very Caucasian.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest
Say
though.
Coca-Cola ain't sponsored.
I mean,
I'll be honest though. If
that
I
Coke
got in a car with a black guy driving like that, I'm
Wait,
getting,
listen, T-Pain.
I'm getting out. Get me the fuck out of here.
T-Pain
You just know white people.
Only reason I'm
you just know
only-
white people are good at this shit.
Only way I'm riding with a nigga like that, if I'm in the passenger seat and the police lights is going on, and I'm gonna be opening the door to let the police know I'm trying to jump out.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna be letting I'm gonna be telling them go, but I'm gonna be opening the door, letting the police know I was trying to jump out. So when they stop us, I'm gonna say, man, I was trying to get out the car, sir. He wouldn't stop. I was telling him to stop. But shit, yeah, that's the only way.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm over here thinking like this man made sure that I need my own exit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
get it,
So
I
like
get it.
we were, me and you been all over the place, and I'm like, I came over here and he was talking to me. I was like, this guy's gonna get me whacked now. We're a little late. He's gonna get me whacked. He's taking me out of here. He's like, I'm done with you, Danza. You know what I mean? We need to be right here, right now, with the big Indian filming because we just had one of the most phenomenal stays. Now this stay ain't even over yet. There's still a lot more to do.
Oh, yeah,
But
we
like,
gonna have
when
some
fun.
these people
Say,
see the footage of this stuff.
Say
that
y'all,
went out,
no,
man, this shit
y'all
is crazy.
cameraman, the cameraman that did the footage just from last night,
Oh,
that
yeah,
put
come
that
on.
put on y'all Instagram, he got that shit looking like some
Wait,
Hollywood
yo,
shit.
wait, it's
Oh,
gonna get better, man. We got them
he got
films,
some
but
shit, boy. He got
Tomorrow's
say,
gonna be fun.
What do you got coming up?
For we got a
Because
couple
it's July
shows.
4th.
Oh
We
yeah.
got a
yeah.
couple
This
shows.
weekend-
we doing the 4-wheelers and ATVs tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
We gonna have that content coming.
We got a lot of things coming up, but mainly our Thursday drift events.
That's like our biggest thing.
but
yeah.
our
but that's next week though, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So none tomorrow. Y'all off?
No,
off
we-
tomorrow.
we
yeah, we
off.
off
We off
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
July 4th.
All right.
We
Cook
having fun.
Cook your
You know what I
hot
mean?
dogs, blow off your fireworks with your family.
So I'm
Yeah.
telling Danza we got to come out at least once a month and do the content on Thursday nights.
Bro,
Oh,
we'd
yeah,
love
for
to have
sure.
that. Come party with us. And we got to get you. I'm proud of this man. He jumped into the big boss's car right off the bat. We got to get you. We got to work you in.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I get it. I get it. You know,
Hey, listen, it's just like flying. You damn near gotta fly at least 6-7 times before you get used to the turbulence, all the movement, and
you
all
ain't
that.
wrong.
Yeah.
can
You ain't
respect
wrong.
that.
I've been
I
flying a
respect
lot
that.
lately, and I finally, after maybe, like you said, dude, probably for me, like a dozen flights.
Yeah.
Now I just get on there. I don't care. We're good.
Yeah.
You get comfortable.
We're rolling out.
Yeah, I
That's how I
felt-
feel in
So
the car.
yeah, nah. So when I saw that, and then I'm very observant. So his car that they brought out the garage when
Clean.
we was sitting upstairs at the house, when it came through and the guy hit the gas, the whole ground shook. The whole building shook. So that let me know the power of the motor.
That-
You think I'm gonna get in that motherfucker after I just came out of that other one? Man,
That's the
y'all
good
lying,
stuff.
man. You lying to
yeah.
me. Hell no.
That supercharged 6.0, baby.
Man,
That thing's fun.
No, man.
Dude.
It's
And
fun.
yeah.
That shit right
I had no
there is a
choice.
good time, man.
I had no choice. I had to step in the vehicle.
Hell yeah.
I had that. I told you I was scared. I thought I'm like he's gonna get me whacked out here. So I was like I'm gonna get in the car. And then he told me he was like you better get out the sunroof right now.
Yeah, 'cause-
That sounds very.
No, that was it.
Yeah,
That
nah,
was me. But
they-
I'm saying
cause
I'm
we-
driving with I honestly just
So
said
we
that.
went to Don. You went to Godfather, and we on his land.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But no, I go to him the first ride. I'm like, how long you been doing this? This is a long time, right? I went in the car with you at first. And you're like, how long you been doing this? 2 years. I'm like, okay, I might die, right?
Now,
I felt
listen.
comfortable, and I was like, you know what? Could I jump out the sunroof?
I seen him on that little metal machine.
Oh,
Before
the
anybody
taxi garage
came.
drift
Oh, yeah,
car.
yeah,
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
anybody came, he was just sliding by.
I'm him when it comes to driving.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
there you go.
I'm looking at him saying, man, he on. Man, what the he on?
So
So
what-
then when I saw him get behind the wheel, I avoided him all night.
yeah.
Oh, you see how I come out that joint? I'm flying, man.
I was avoiding him based on what he said.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was just like, yeah, he
And how old
gets
are you?
a little crazy.
I am crazy.
How old are you?
25.
Yeah, your insurance just went down.
Oh yeah. No, I don't even. It's under the wifey, man. They won't even take me. You know what I mean?
No.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They won't even take him. We ain't getting to call him at all. Yeah, I'm riding with Boss Man.
I got
Boss Man, I'm riding with you.
You got some speeding tickets?
Oh yeah, I got too many tickets. Nah, I could probably go get some.
We've
shirts.
been
I
better
wanted
since
to.
we've been working down here. Like it's like,
Yeah,
almost like we get it out of our
for real.
system
So
now.
this is Gucci.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
I'm Steve.
Steve.
Yes, sir.
You don't got no cool name?
Dude, okay,
Yo,
so
he's got
I got a
100 cool
million
names.
funny nicknames down here. Like, I'm Safety Steve.
Scuba
You know,
That ain't a
Scuba
cool
Steve.
one. Safety Steve.
Stump ice.
Yeah, Safety Steve
Yeah.
sound like a wiener.
He is. That's the
winner.
joke. But no, but I got that nickname just because I don't know why I do it. Maybe because I grew up, man. Like you were talking about parents and stuff. I'm very blessed, bro. I had incredible parents growing up, but they're like too safe. And I think that's why I kind of bounced back the other way and just kind of do
Safety
crazy
Steve
stuff.
it is then. Yeah,
But
Safety Steve it is.
I can't help but point out things like, oh, well, we really shouldn't. And I can't help it, and I'll do it. And then one day he's like, shut up, Safety Steve.
Yeah.
And that was that. So that's how that one came along.
Nickname for life. He's got like 20.
Announcer
of them.
Steve
So
is
I don't
normally
mind
like
No, Safety Steve it is. Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
earn
mind
that
getting in
name.
the vehicle with Safety Steve.
Yeah,
anymore.
we ride with him
Hell
from
yeah.
on
Whoa, whoa,
out.
whoa,
So,
whoa. He's a little sketchy on the tracks.
Well, no,
man.
his name is Safety Steve. I know he's not going to hit the wall.
I don't know.
You know what I
hit
mean?
that
It might be a little risky.
So
between both
From
of
what
us.
I hear about you is you actually like that. This is a real thing, right? Like you like hitting
Yeah.
the wall.
But
Didn't
I
you hear
keep
me
it- I
ask
keep it
him?
cordial.
I asked him. He said, "Yeah, he in the crowd go crazy." So this is his signature move.
Yes,
A
100%.
signature move. I'm hitting the wall. You know
Yeah.
how
It's
If the
It
crowd gets
sounds-
rowdy enough, he'll bump it, and that's just years of banging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So listen. So let me ask you guys this. So you guys actually teach this shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Y'all got a whole class where motherfuckers
Yep.
come learn how to
Rome,
drill.
His name's Rome CP. I don't know any car guys, car girls that watch the program, but like Rome CP, Rome Charpentier, he's a Formula D drift driver. We linked up
tier.
with him. Yeah, we linked up with him, and he's really cool. First of all, he's a good teacher. You can ask the dude 50 questions. He'll keep
have
the
an
same
answer.
tone, and he'll be friendly. Good teacher. He taught Gucci mostly, but taught me, and
So he never loses his patience, never gets frustrated.
Nah, he's super.
come down and
chill.
give it a try.
So,
Hell
people,
yeah.
so people could come here
Oh yeah,
yeah, hell yeah.
and learn how
You could stay in
to drift race.
Yeah, the cars we were running last night are what you're gonna learn.
Yeah, we got
those are our
different
like
courses.
backup cars, our teacher
You
cars.
could-
What do we need to do to learn?
Sign up. That's it.
Just sign up, yeah.
BigIndianDriftPit.com.
You need to
just
read. You gotta learn how to read. Can
No.
you read? You can be dumb and do this.
Yep. You,
I do it.
as long as you got a driver's
Thanks, Safety
license,
Steve.
Hell yeah.
and you could, as long as you got a driver's license, then you're good.
So
And money.
Don't forget Steve had the longest jump here.
Oh god.
Okay. Okay, so he's not so Safety Steve.
Yeah,
So
I mean, not
then
really.
there's Psycho Steve that comes out.
hold on. So listen. You've done a jump in the car.
Hell yeah, I got the Dodge Ram out back. Yeah.
Will you go up in there and come down on the ground?
Oh hell yeah, I'll leave the ground 4 or 5 feet off the ground. And I'll fly at about 20 feet lengthwise.
Nah, it's like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm in it, but
He'd be flying.
So look, check this out. Do y'all have a YouTube channel?
Oh yeah.
hell yeah, hell
Big
yeah.
Indian Motorsports. Check
Big
it out.
Indian Motorsports.
Same thing with the Instagram.
Yeah, man. We finna. Yeah. I
And so
also,
people could just like there's nights where people could just freely come.
celebrity.
Yeah,
we
you-
go finna get celebrity to come learn how
Bro,
to do
we would love to do that. Let's see.
Literally.
How does it
A
work?
lot of dudes got some nice cars in the rap game. Let's see what you can do.
I'll tell you, literally
Indian
anybody.
Tell them Big Indian Drifter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just whispered something in there. That's
I'll
how
tell you.
God talked to me like what y'all
I'll
just
tell
heard.
you. I'll
God
tell
was
Yeah, that's
talking to
what
me at
God-
the falls today.
Yeah, now God done told me cuss that motherfucker out before. Yeah, just what I just heard right now, cuss him.
you. God. That is Paul.
That's
the
Paul.
man.
Yeah, Paul is the man. And
Yeah.
y'all don't charge the driver.
Nope.
And Paul got a soft, soothed voice just like God.
Oh my God.
Soothing, just like
I like
God.
that. I
too.
like you guys keep it real. Yeah, that's our media guy Paul that helped set all this up. So he'll relay in some notes.
No bullshit. What
Say
did
now,
you
listen,
I
listen.
said it a million times. We don't do bullshit here at the dance.
you guys
Listen.
give off good vibes though. I appreciate it.
Whatever's happening is
This
really
the first
happening.
time I ever told him this. Now, he normally like doing late podcasts.
Yeah.
10, 11 o'clock at night. I normally be wanting to be out of there because I'll be wanting to go to the strip club when he want to get started.
Right.
But Paul said, fuck that shit. Let's do it early. Paul want to get out of here tonight. So thanks to Paul, we getting out of here early tonight. We ain't doing no late podcast.
Hell yeah, Mr. Fox.
But just so you know, because you see me, right? Dad gang. You see that?
He flying the family out.
Yeah, I'm flying the
he
family
flying
out, so I'm
family
not
out.
going to the strip club, as you were saying. It
Ain't
sounded
they
like
told me
it,
don't
yeah.
go to the strip club, so I ain't going. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna save at least $2,000 by not going to the strip club. Yeah, I'm gonna save at least $2,000 by not going to the strip
That
club.
comes in handy. You know, you do with that, sign right up for drift school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, so what I was saying is, I know that over here there's like a night where everybody comes
Yeah.
out. And,
So we have shows all throughout the summer. Usually it's like every other Saturday, and we change it up. Some
It'd
nights
be a bunch of
we get some out here.
It be some hoes out here.
Safety Steve's got a girl.
Safety Steve.
Yeah, Safety Steve's.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry. It be some women. It be some females.
Oh yeah, dude.
Already.
We get a little bit of everything. That's why I like this place. It's like
So you get a
it's
little bit of
grab
everything.
bag, bro.
You get
everything.
females.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you
Hoes.
can smoke pot.
There might be more
Hell yeah.
hoes than.
So you mean you guys can smoke pot at the lounge and go out there, smoke pot, watch the race, drinks, bar, everything,
Yeah, and you can go get ice cream next door.
and food.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Ice
yeah.
cream with sprinkles.
Yeah.
Shit.
We just tried, and dude,
And
I
you can
know it
book.
sounds.
Wait, can you book a stay here too?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can rent the house.
Oh, that's an Airbnb.
Yeah, you can rent that.
Not an
B&B.
Airbnb, just a B&B.
Okay.
Bed and breakfast.
Oh, bed and breakfast
Yeah.
already.
What's the difference between
How you get
Airbnb
breakfast?
and
I ain't get no breakfast
Airbnb
anymore.
is the
The
actual
app?
company.
I ain't
Okay,
get no
yeah,
breakfast
yeah.
anymore. How you get breakfast?
You had to talk to them.
I guess I Airbnb it. Yeah, I'm Airbnb and I ain't B&B it. So yeah, I'm Airbnb. Yeah. Now they had already breakfast in the house for me, so they had everything in there for me.
Yeah, listen, man. I walked into that spot and I'm like, there is no way I'm leaving. Because for me, when I come to Buffalo, again, we are not in Buffalo.
We're in some sovereign country.
Yeah,
in
sovereign
America.
Seneca
It really is.
territory.
I already know.
Boom!
The way they
There we
explain
go, baby. Finally.
You got it.
I
Say
like
now,
it. That's how I
homie,
felt in
listen.
the car
Oh.
yesterday. I'm
Man,
talking low because I heard my voice yesterday screaming in the.
I understand the history between America and the Indians and the peace treaty. So this is big to me. So yeah, I studied this in school and I paid attention. So I'm very aware of
Yeah.
what goes on.
I'm
with
so
it.
it should be,
curious
yeah.
to know inside of a room like this. What do you feel about Indian people?
Well, them was the black people. They couldn't classify as slaves. They took in runaway black slaves. Also, they participated in slave catching. So, homie, they played a very, very intricate part in the American slave trade, as well as helping black people get free, being able to escape into the Indian tribes and becoming Indians. My father's mother was a Cherokee Indian. When you look at my father's pictures, he was a red-brown with that Indian tone. So yeah, I understand. I just never learned. From I never learned my bloodline, but I learned the history of the American Indian. Yeah.
It's wild that my dad always talked to me and explained it to me, but I don't know how you guys grew up, but when in elementary school, they made it sound like they sat down, they all had dinner.
Yeah,
it was
no.
And it's wild.
No,
like,
it was a massacre.
They don't teach the truth.
No,
It's
it was a
wild,
massacre. Yeah,
bro.
no, it was a
That's messed up.
the pilgrim befriended the Indian and then betrayed him immediately. You know what I'm saying? So once the harvest came, homie, right out, Thanksgiving was celebrated because it's a massacre. That's the ultimate betrayal. And we celebrate that yearly. Homie, when we played Cowboys and Indians as a kid, I ain't never wanted to be the cowboy. I always wanted to be the Indian. Always. Yeah, I always wanted to. Yeah, so it's it's a tainted story.
Yeah,
It's a tainted story.
that to me, growing up though, like that's why it's wild. I got linked up with Eric and stuff. It's like my whole life, it was kind of like that was the thing that kind of exposed like our system, our schooling, and everything. Like, well, then why would they teach that?
Yeah.
It's kind of it was a little bit of an eye opener.
Trying to cover the truth.
The same reason when a black person in America gets killed and they tell you his criminal record rather than the reason why he was shot. So they wait a while to tell you the reason why this person was shot unjustly, but they would give you their criminal record right off the bat. The same reason they tell this story every year.
It's just wild to me, man.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, man, it's like our media does us no favors.
Propaganda.
Everything's propaganda.
It's
Everything, dude.
And that's one of the things that Hitler said before he committed suicide, is that the things that he did to the Jews is the same thing that America done to its blacks from the eugenics program, which ultimately became Planned Parenthood today. That was a eugenics that they once used to eradicate Germans. So everything is propaganda now. But because what we're taught in school, we don't know how to identify propaganda.
Right.
We think it's history, and it's not.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
man. Especially like just because like everyone up here has a different background, dude. Like I said, came from a middle class family. I'm a white dude, so it's like it's tough.
I'm middle
It
class.
was-
Yeah,
it was tough.
I'm middle class.
It's-
Matter of fact, I'm upper middle class because it was the 80s.
Even if you were a different complexion,
Right,
my
right.
guy, the way you drive a car, you're white.
Yeah.
Just
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All
nah.
right. I think that's cool.
Nah, yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Not so safety, Steve.
I'm the pride of America's. See, I grew up during the pride of America during the '80s, homie. When they had middle class and perceived
Yeah.
to be an upper middle class, the blue collar workers, who once was the backbone of America, homie. So I'm their babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my old man worked 32 years for the UAW GM.
Same
you
here,
know?
my mama too. Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm a gym baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right, now is that look, you didn't pay enough to be up here for this long.
Yeah,
My
I
bad,
tell
bro.
say
All
listen,
right.
say this my only complaint about being in Buffalo. All these niggas do is eat sandwiches and subs. Yeah, I told them I ain't from the projects. I had green vegetables and sides and things. These
You
niggas
ain't
ain't got
lying.
no side. Everything is a sub or a sandwich.
Now, so
Yes,
bringing
sir.
you guys up here was for the love, right?
I appreciate that, guys. I
the
appreciate
reason I
this.
just said that joke is that what I was trying to say is there's a lot of people that wanted to do sponsors, right? They wanted to sponsor and do these things with us, and I'm trying to explain to people in Buffalo that it's not it's not something free. It's also what you have to understand with a lot of people in the industry, and I want to speak directly to Buffalo in this, is when you are trying to promote something, you got to make sure it's airtight. You got to make sure that what you're trying to promote is something that is real, that you have a plan. Unk ain't trying to sit there and promote a rap song by
I don't do
sitting-
I don't do promotions. I don't accept money for promotions. I partner with sponsorships because I want to build relationships and put a brand out there. But most promotions, man, people just want some attention. They're not trying to progress. They're not trying to elevate a brand. They're not trying to elevate from being an artist. They just want the spotlight for the moment. So when I give you the spotlight, and right now the spotlight is bright, people starts to research in Google, right? So when they research in Google, what they find for you to keep the light. What do you have on your platform for people to continue? Okay, I subscribe. What do you have? So that's why I don't do that. So it's kind of like me having a job and I'm getting everybody a job. At some point, my word don't mean nothing to the job because I got everybody coming. So I don't do it.
Yeah. And as you can see, you can look at it right there on the screen. Like this is, Big Indian welcomes the Dancer Project to Charleston White.
So this is a partnership. So
yeah.
I'm saying this. I'm not promoting Big Indian. I'm hoping to not just collab with them doing business, but a business partnership.
And honestly, after the time spent, not only is the partnership there, but I support it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I had a phenomenal time.
I was
Yeah.
about to say,
That's
A
all
couple
we're trying to
times I
do.
felt like I was gonna die. I felt more alive than I've ever have.
Hell
yeah. Say we're all-
I got a up spine. Everybody that was watching on the outside looking at me, they're like, damn. And I go by many names, right? They're calling me Tony. They call me Miggs. They call me Miguel. They call me Dancer, right? And so all the names came out. I was like, oh.
It was-
Miguel just
I
he's,
thought
just,
that a
listen,
couple
then
times.
he's done.
Then he
He's not
got
gonna be
hype.
able to walk
Then he
after
got
this.
hype and went to swinging his
Yeah.
arm. Yeah.
You can't
That's
help
what I'm
it.
saying. I was like, you know what? We're gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
lying
was
to me.
prepared to
we
die.
take care of our guests.
I was
Once
prepared to die.
once I got out the car, I said,
Shout out
they
to
ain't
my son.
finna get me in this motherfucker no more
Yeah,
shit.
you're a man of your word. You did not.
Nah,
You're
I'm
like,
like, get
nope.
back in them.
You're out of there.
Go this.
Could somebody take him out somewhere out there tonight? He said that something.
I'll take him out in the
he was-
Ram.
He was talking about the rain helps the tires grip a little bit better.
Oh, no.
The
no,
rain
no,
isn't.
Opposite.
That's what I said.
The
Yeah,
rain.
it's totally out. So you save more tread when there's no
Right,
rain.
it ain't
Yeah.
burning up as much.
Yeah, so that's what I said. I
And you're
said,
not
so-
beating the car.
Less
So the
worse.
car's gonna do way more worse, but they saving more left.
So you could avoid the walls in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it slows everything
yeah,
down.
that whole
slows everything
100%.
down.
That makes me not want to do
Well,
it.
I mean,
heard
if you
me.
don't know what you're
I said
doing,
yeah.
a wall's
Yeah.
gonna
Huh?
find you.
Oh,
But
I'm 100%.
No,
100% confident. I ain't touch no wall.
You didn't see. Well, now you was in the car, homie. They spent it all the way back to where we was. I ran back to get out the way because I thought they was gonna hit us, and he stopped on the money.
Yeah, he did that twice.
He stopped on the money, homie. So
you can
that-
see me
yeah.
on camera, right? You'll see the video.
Oh, yeah.
You see me look
Y'all don't have no
And
camera.
I'm
when I was
like, I
back
know
there,
I'm
do you?
on camera, so I want to be
They
tough.
got me on camera when I was in the back seat.
Yeah, they got you on camera.
You lying to me?
I got you on camera.
Y'all got that on
Yeah,
camera.
Somebody
We got
does. I
footage.
seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah. You did not look like you were enjoying that. You tried
I would.
it. I'll give
No,
you credit. You
no,
tried
I
it
won't
once.
stop. They'll get me out, man. Stop. Nigga, stop. That's why I don't ride roller coaster, because you can't say stop.
Yeah, there ain't no stopping the boat when she starts rolling.
No.
All right, so I want to appreciate I appreciate you both
guys,
greatly
bro.
for
Thank you.
coming up here.
Thank
and
you.
having a
Thanks for
conversation
having
with
me.
us.
Thanks for
And
having me. I
again,
appreciate you
please
guys.
let the people know where to find you.
Go for
Yeah,
it. Gucci Burr,
yeah.
you're our man. He's the media guy.
You already know. It's your boy Gucci Burr. You can find us on Big Indian Motorsports on Instagram, YouTube, and then Big Indian Drift Pit as the same places: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
And he got that 93 octane gas.
You already know.
Oh, he got that 93
know what?
octane gas,
Oh, we
man.
got tons of gas here.
man.
We got tons of gas here.
And on all the platforms, man, the content's different on all of them, so you really gotta check in.
They're
man.
ran by different people purposely to kind of keep things different,
Okay.
a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to come out
But
here.
y'all
and host a
got
couple
Paul.
shows
Y'all
myself.
Paul doing
We
it.
got the master Paul.
Oh, I was
Fox.
about to say, man, shit, Paul a bad boy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you boys. Thank
Talk
you.
to
man,
him, yeah.
appreciate y'all for having us,
And
man.
I also want to add, because I heard I pay attention to every single thing. I am a very
Meticulous.
I'm very precise, right? And I know
Detail-oriented.
Eric said I don't like getting in the cameras or saying anything. So at least Eric, you can say hi to the people for the camera,
Say hi,
so
boss, man.
they can see who the boss is. Nah, yeah. Come on in here.
Yeah,
Because this guy made.
Don
Let me get a round
Corleone.
of applause for him.
Don
This dude, he's a little
Corleone.
Because
That's the Don.
because what he did for us. Listen,
He's a little shy, but he
Yeah,
makes
nah,
it
that's
happen.
the Don right here, man. Yeah, that.
don't leave me hanging over here.
Oh, sorry.
My man.
Yeah, so earlier you guys were talking about, how propaganda, rules the world right now. And
He's nervous, ladies and gentlemen.
no, not too bad.
You lying to
But
me?
the,
Shit.
But one of the things that, come to my mind right away is Dave McKinley from Channel 2 News was down here stalking me for weeks, driving through my parking lot, asking where I was when me and the state are fighting, when me and New York State are in battle.
You in the state of New York.
Yes, and they just want to spread all the negative news about it. But when I'm doing something positive here, like the drift pit and all the things that it brings positive, you don't see them down here at all.
Well,
So
that's what we're here doing.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to me because our local news is just as guilty as of causing all this drama.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it. I try to be as positive as possible, but that point right there just irks me because 25 months and there's a lot of people that come here around the area and they know it all around. But when me and New York, they were in battle, down here every day.
And you
No,
took
I
him to
didn't.
battle, and not only did you take him to battle,
You won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
won.
Yeah, we won, and they're always going to try to come back with something new.
Well,
And
retaliation.
we always got to be ready for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want to hold us down. They
But you
wanna
spent
keep
your
us-
life being ready.
Yeah, yep.
So just a quick background. You've been here most of your life.
Yes,
And all of this is from your own hard work. You built this by hand.
yes.
You only have a high school education.
High school education.
And you own,
But I did go to the Union Carpenters. I started
so
out
you
there.
learned to trade.
Yeah, and I wouldn't trade it for a world. I learned so much going to the Union Carpenters.
So I asked you, I said, man, listen, how you know how to build? You said that if you see it, you can build it.
Yes,
And that's anything.
just about. Just
Oh.
about. I haven't run into anything that I put my mind to it, I will figure it out.
And you got the equipment to do it all.
Oh yeah, if not, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Because I love tools.
What did your father do?
He was a union carpenter, and he died when I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, man, you got a lot of land.
Yeah.
And it's something almost in every area of your land. And you got a lot of young people around you, right?
Yep.
You learned carpentry.
Yep.
How did you learn how to build with metal? All of these massive warehouses and man, you built this shit. How you learn how to do that?
My mom went with a guy that was a welder for a little while, and he took a liking to me, and he seen my little bit of, you know, my brother, I asked him to fix my bike a couple times. He got after me. He goes, "You fix your own bike." I was fixing his bike after he told me that, because I picked it up like that.
Yeah.
So I had a mechanical mind right off the bat, and he seen that in me, and he taught me how to weld. He taught me how to braze right off the bat with oxygen and acetylene. Then he taught me how to arc weld. Then he taught me how to TIG. And after that, we built this little arm on the back of my tractor to load logs up. That was it for me. I bought myself a little Lincoln Buzz box for $100 off my one uncle, and I was welding everything after that. People would bring cars to me to fix when I was like 12, 13 years old.
Damn.
So I don't know.
Lift your mic up a
Yeah,
little
man,
bit. So
I
if you could switch it.
I don't know how
Nova,
much.
yeah. Yep,
I don't know how much you worth, but I'm just gonna make a guesstimation. I'm gonna say, man, every bit 100 million.
No, not that much.
Not that much.
No.
I'm
You know
gonna
what? My assets are locked here on the res. You know, I can't use them to leverage bonding companies for a job off the reservation. It's a double-edged sword, and that's something that some people don't understand.
Man,
you know,
got.
I could have all this property, I could have everything going, but if I go do a construction job off the reservation, they want collateral, and I can't use none of it for collateral.
Oh,
What?
wow.
So it's
Man,
like it's
you
like
got-
having all this stuff but nothing.
So they're trying to block you off.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Man, you got cranes just laying around. You got. You mean to tell me you can't leverage?
They won't give you nothing for it. What are they going to do with it? They got to go sell it. They want hard assets. They want some money. You know, if I can do $1 million job, I got to put $1 million up. It's just kind of a double-edged sword, and that's where, you know, it's unfair sometimes. You know,
Ain't
but,
no
you know,
sometime. That's unfair all the time. But
Yeah.
because the value of a crane is the value of a crane, no matter if it's here or outside of here, outside the reservation.
Well, they got to come and fight me to get it off my land, so that's another thing, you know. So they don't want to get in litigation with us. You know, they don't want to fight us, and I don't blame them. But you know, there's a lot of positives.
So
and
so
I try to focus on that.
So here's the positive. You got a train school here where you really can teach anybody how to drive a train, use a crane.
Yeah, we could teach them. We could, you know, hire their proper instructors, just like we did with drifting. We hired a FD Formula Drift driver, a licensed driver, and he is one of the best teachers. I mean, I've only been to another school. This guy is great.
I see you got Red Bull out there. They sponsor you?
We're trying to get Red Bull. We're trying to get people to recognize us, and it's so hard. I ain't kidding you. On
What's the
reservation,
barrier? What do you
know,
think is the barrier?
I tried getting a Tim Hortons coffee thing the one time. They would not do it. They just don't. It's different.
I was fit to order something from Tim Hortons. I rode by there today. I was going to order something.
Because we're Native Americans. I just feel there's a little barrier there that companies don't want to mess with us. You know, and I've been trying to bridge that gap for a long time because, I mean, how are we going to grow? How are we going to make our own economy? Our economy is very limited here. We got gas and cigarettes, and now I'm trying to do something different and gain support, and that's what I try to do all the time with my business.
So you guys don't do casinos and gaming? Out here?
But that's the nation's.
Okay.
It's really the Seneca Nation's economy, but as individual business people, we can't own a casino ourselves. So, you know, it's a little different. I would say, you know, individual businesses.
So when you have your drift events every Thursday, do you guys charge?
I charge the people on Thursday night $5 to get in. I don't charge the drivers because I know what these drivers have to go through to get their cars ready, pay for their tires, gas, and it's one less thing I don't want to charge these guys because I support them. I'm one of the drivers. I love driving, and I know what it takes to do it.
So what would you consider one of the main obstacles for getting sponsorships to do something like this on the reservation?
I don't know. I mean, I see guys every day getting sponsors that only have a car. I have cars, garages, you know, fabrication equipment,
mechanics.
I have stores. I have delivery vehicles, and I can't get nobody to look at us. I mean, I've called Red Bull several times. We called several different companies. Kenda just gives us the runaround, and I want Kenda.
So what if you was to teach me how to drift and drive, and then I go out and get me a sponsorship for my car?
I would be thankful.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, could you
Yeah.
picture that?
Yeah.
Then we
I'm
get-
drifting.
let's do
Then
it.
they'll be able to see,
Let's
you
do
can
it.
see some of the
Yeah.
obstacles I have to go through.
Yeah, let's do
You're
it.
like, oh,
Yeah, let's try to.
we'll talk
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
about
I
that
got
then.
a new endeavor that I want to
I would
embark
love it.
upon.
I
Yeah,
would
let's
love that.
let's
That's
do
awesome.
it.
Eric,
Yeah.
also we'd love to work with you. Just the Danza Project, Big Indian. Like I've never touched a sponsor or put ads on my page because there's a lot of people I just don't fuck with. You know what I mean? And it's about me keeping what I have, and you understand that, and obviously you understand that. This is my
Yeah,
brand.
he turned down a revolt
Yeah.
deal.
Yep, and that was pre Diddy.
Yeah, that was a year.
Diddy was
that
doing
was a
good
year
over there.
before Diddy even
Yeah.
went bad. That's when he was still admired and idolized.
Yeah,
So,
Revolt offered us a deal several times, and it was just every time I didn't even need to hire an entertainment lawyer. As I read through it, I'm like, damn, they just well, you could only post if this, and you could only do this.
Yeah,
if
that's why I
this.
haven't.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't taken any deals because
They lock you down.
Yeah.
And that's a, you know.
Hey, Daryl, shout out to you for that Chick-fil-A too, by the way.
Already, man. Appreciate
Yeah, we
you,
ain't
big
forgot
dog.
about you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why. So I was gonna sign a deal with Breakbeat, with Funny Marco before he went to this new platform. So I was gonna sign a deal with them, but the deal was gonna have me going to Atlanta, and I wasn't gonna be able to do no interview for like the Danza Project, Sati. Everything was gonna be strictly limited to them. And shit, that's my residual. So yeah, that's my house. Yeah, so that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, man. Again, I had to. I'm somebody that pays attention. I was going to put you on the spot. There was no chance. I told Nova as soon as we got in the car, I'm like, he's done. You know, he's getting on camera now. Now we're doing
I
it.
am not the most comfortable being on camera.
Yeah.
You know, I like being in the background. And
Most boss man, most boss
talking
man.
about
But I
like
wanted to highlight it. So
but
did he.
talking about my nation and stuff, I'm
Yeah.
very passionate about it.
Yeah.
You know, I've battled the state and the federal government for years, and it's just so unfair what they've put me through. You know, with the judges, you know, they've done some crazy things, and I'd love to document it someday with my lawyer here because, you know, 20 years of battling the state and the federal government. You know, you said earlier you used to play cowboys and Indians, and you know some of these federal agents now they go after me like cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
They want to have an Indian under their belt. I feel, you know, the one retired, the other one came in, looked at the case. He goes, you know, hey, I see there's an open case still, and he's like, okay, where's all the evidence? He looked around, there isn't any. He go, you know why? Because there was never any evidence, and it was crazy. And I wanted to write that guy a letter to say, you know what? You know why there was no evidence? Because there was never none. And that stuff hurts us as individuals on these reservations trying to make it. We don't want to sit there on a couch with our hand out waiting for a check.
Yeah, man. The sad thing about it is, what I've seen is a guy, whether he has his family with him or not, you're self-sustainable.
I try to be.
You're
They'll
very
try to
yeah.
choke me off, and I gotta be.
So you're very self-sustainable. That's a threat to our government. That depending on which president that you're under, is a threat because
To
you're
our
not entitled.
sovereignty.
Yeah,
A threat to our
yeah,
sovereignty.
homie.
And
Because
you know what?
they
They
want you
got
to be
deals with
entitled.
us that are treaties, and that's the law of the land. And these treaties are supposed to be interpreted the way a native interprets it, not the way a lawyer, not the way a judge. These judges, that's why I have it on my warehouse. It says Judge Scalia, a federal judge.
Yeah, I saw that.
The most time we're making that up. The Indian law, we're making it up. And you know how frustrating that is? When we are finally getting ahead, then they make a rule against us. It is so frustrating.
And listen, watching the peace treaty that the Indians have with the American government is almost parallel to what we're asking for in reparations as black people, right? Having to do it's almost equally similar. That's why they don't want to give it to us, because it puts us in a position that you're in, homie. You got a massive amount of land, and you don't ask nobody for nothing. You build your own, you create your own. Man, the government don't really like that because, and you don't really have to pay taxes. But if you were dependent upon them, then you would almost be entitled to have to pay taxes to keep getting these entitlement government programs.
Right, and that's my goal for this nation, is to get us independent of them. We can create our own power here. Then we don't have to worry about Niagara Mohawk charging us 14.5 cents a kilowatt.
That's a lot of
mean,
money.
they
Shit,
charge-
I pay 6 cents. Yeah, I pay 6 cents for my electricity.
See what I'm saying?
we
They
seen
double
it.
up on us.
We
make
seen
it-
how the electricity was running through today at the falls.
They make it through.
It should be free 99.
They do some crazy things to us, So I don't know. It's always a hurdle. We always seem to get over that hurdle, and we always try to persevere. And someday I want to go across that lake and trade with Canada, because that's part of our treaty rights too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to trade with Haiti. Yeah, I want to create a yeah, I want to go trade with Haiti. Shit, nothing else. Some seeds between cotton. Yeah.
So listen, again, I appreciate you having us up here, Tony. Good job, because you said this is where it's got to be, and I'm so glad and grateful that it was here. I'm also I want to know if you're okay with us coming here once a month, because we are kind of wild.
Yeah, you know what? I heard a lot of different things, and I knew, you speak the truth, you try to fight for what's right, and everybody's got their own style, I do too, I try to be as laid back as I can. Took a chance here, try to, speak the truth and let the people out there know what's really going on.
Yeah.
And that they need to.
Yeah.
Because the news isn't going to do it. These private little things like this is what's going to do it. Because you know what? The young people out there are watching this instead of Channel 4 and Channel 2.
Yeah.
And
They'll
Dave
give a shit
McKinley
about
that's
no,
getting
yeah.
paid a ton of money to go out there and find drama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Dave McKinley, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
That's the mayor of Buffalo, right?
No,
he worked for Channel 2 News. He's a
works-
news anchor.
Okay, he's a news anchor. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard some things about the mayor, though, right?
Yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard. He don't seem favorable. Once you're in power for so long, it's almost evident that you become out of touch, because you sit so high, and it's hard. It's hard to sit low when you sit high, and those that's closest to the problems are closest to the solutions. So the king always has to come from the palace and walk amongst the pasture, whether he's in disguise or not, to really get a feel on how to rule the kingdom. I'm going to say it again. Those that's closest to the problems are closest to the solutions.
I like that. That's good.
So, the mayor, he's far from the problems. So he's not close to the solution.
Right. They could come down and talk to us and say, hey, what do you guys think? We're supposed to have government to government interaction with each other when we have issues. They never do. We wouldn't let them fix the thruway for years because of the shady things they were doing to us. And, after a while it becomes such a hazard, we had to let them. But we never got our say. We never got our chance to tell them our issues. And that's not fair. We need that time. We need to tell them what's going on. Because we're not going to flourish until we are able to have that interaction and respect for each other.
Yeah. Well, look, man, again, I appreciate you greatly, and like this place is phenomenal. I want to be able to kind of be a platform and even get a politician up here to have a conversation with you side by side. So
I know
we can get
enough of
something
them.
like that
I know
going.
enough
Yeah.
of them. I've talked to a lot of them.
Yeah, and they like the light. Yeah, they like the light
yeah.
too. Yeah, shit, they like to be
Yeah,
in front of the
we'll
light.
see what they got to say in
But
front
I'd
of the
love
light.
to hear one tell the truth.
Yeah. We'll make them tell the truth. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Man, my man.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Can we get rid of these chairs too? Let's get rid of these chairs. Get these chairs out of the way. Please, please. Please and thank you. Unc.
What's up with him?
I like this. This is dope. It's different.
Yeah, there's something different, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something different,
I
man.
like this.
Outside the studio back in Miami.
Yeah. Thank you for everybody who participated tonight. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. he was. I couldn't even get off the goddamn plane. He's like, yo, you better come over to Big India. You know what's going on?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, shout out to Paul, man. Paul is the Stan Lee. That's the Stan Lee behind
Shout
it.
out Nova.
Yeah.
Nova, I leave you
shout out
out.
to Nova,
Eric.
man.
Appreciate everybody. Charleston, more than anything, I appreciate you.
Already, man.
Once again, man, let's keep
love.
doing this, and let's spend the next couple days enjoying Buffalo.
Bit already,
Yeah?
man.
All right, let's
And
get
we
it.
out.
Peace.